But it opens up doors, but you just feel like a sense of like, wow, like I just saw something historic, especially in the Nuggets case. Like you listen to people who have been here their whole life saying, man, I just never thought the Nuggets would win a championship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In that league that's set up against teams like Denver.
Dude, I'm sure you know Rebecca down there, who has literally worked with the Nuggets since they became the NBA Nuggets. And her husband is around all the time. He worked for them and around them for a little bit. And I got to know them pretty well. She's a great woman. Her husband's a great man. And like, they're shedding tears because of what you just said.
Yeah.
This is never going to happen in my lifetime. They're a little bit older than I am. Like, this is never going to happen in my lifetime. And it's like hugging that person and just feeling all of that emotion.
Josh,
so crazy.
You grew up here, so that's probably how you felt, because that's exactly how I felt. And in our household, it was like, hey, look, like the Nuggets, they're a good team, but they're never going to win it all.
Well,
so just enjoy it. Just enjoy the wins. Enjoy Carmelo Anthony,
Yeah.
and you go from there. And so, like, when they finally did it, I'm like, wow,
That
these
logo,
guys did it. Yeah.
That logo you're wearing on your hat. Like,
Hey.
when they're winning 11 games, I'm still showing up to school with that. And the kids are like, why are you wearing that stuff? I'm like, I love the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I can't not love the Nuggets. They still won 11 games, but it's just, it's what sports does. When a team is good, it brings an entire community together. And I think both those Ball Arena teams have a chance to do that this year.
They really do. They both have excellent chances. And I think that, there would be one, and I shouldn't speak too soon because we're just getting started, but there's really only, and I reserve the right to change my mind with new information throughout the season, but there's really only one team that gives me pause, and that's Oklahoma City. Outside of that, I just, and I would still pick Denver to win that series with their new, sort of cavalry coming in this offseason to help out Jokic and these guys. But outside of that, like, I wouldn't have a second of hesitation against anyone else in the West at all. At all.
And so even Minnesota, who's kind of our kryptonite.
Yeah,
I know that there's like context to it, and there's a couple guys that's not there anymore, but it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, I do not think they are the same team that they were, and so.
And now there's some size to be matched up with the Nuggets.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Because Naz Reid coming off the bench was a big problem.
Yeah.
How much of a problem is he now?
Right, and they've lost some size since the last series when they got beat with Karl Anthony Towns no longer being here, who was a nightmare against the Denver Nuggets. He played so well in that series in a way that I did not anticipate. So I'm so excited. Again, different teams are coming. I mean, you're watching San Antonio last night. Oh, my goodness. I mean, guys, I don't know if you guys watch, who watched that game and who didn't. I have never, and I've loved this game, and I know you're a hoops guy through and through. It's in like your DNA. I've never watched a basketball game like the one I watched last night with Victor Wembanyama. I've never seen anything like it. I cannot remember the last time I sat my wife down. She's trying to go to bed. No, I'm serious. She's trying to go to bed. The game is finished, and ESPN will like run the highlights back of the game that just played. I'm like, no, like you have to sit. You have to watch this. You have to see this man that he's shaped so differently. He looks like an alien. His skill set is so unique. His handles, his length, his timing, his rhythm
He's
of the
only
game.
21 years
what I was gonna
old.
say,
Brother,
too.
dude, he looks. I said to my wife, he's 21. He plays 31. Right now, he's got the maturity of someone in their 30s. I've never seen anything like it. So maybe San Antonio will give me pause in a way that I'm not, taking into account right now.
Jokic was a supercomputer, and you said it last year. You said, hey, like, as of right now with Jokic, he's sizing him up. He's figuring out how to dissect someone like Wemby because he knows that he's going to be a problem here in a couple more years.
Yes, no, and so, but if you remember when those two teams played last year, and I think it was in Denver. I forget where the game was, but I think it was in Denver. If you guys remember, it was a regular season game. Jokic has the ball as the clock is winding down. I'm saying seconds, like 7, 6, 5, 4. Jokic did not get a shot off. Wemby's length bothered him so much he couldn't get a shot off. He went to go pass it and had to throw an errant pass because he was not accustomed to someone being that long. And I've never, because there's no one else who I want the ball in their hands at the end of a game than Jokic. I've never seen they didn't get a shot off, and Wemby is still a baby. So that's why the emphasis on maximizing this window. I'm loving what I was hearing from their coach last night, San Antonio.
Oh yeah.
I look at the pieces around Wemby. That's why the emphasis has to be on the Nuggets to win it again and win it soon. Because the league is shifting.
Well, not only that, the league is shifting. The Western Conference is outstanding. This Val contract and him wanting to go back home, This might be a one and done.
Could
now,
be.
maybe you win and you convince him and he's drunk at the parade and you get him to sign a contract, right? But like it could just be a one and done, and then you lose that length that we were just talking about that makes them elite.
Yeah, and Cam Johnson, by the way, has 2 years left on his contract. You get through this year. Rarely does an NBA player of Cam Johnson's stature going to play on the last year of his contract. So you're going to have to make decisions throughout this roster. Man, they have got to maximize this window. They have got to, because the Rockets are coming, the Spurs are coming, Oklahoma City's here. You know, Minnesota is still going to be formidable.
Warriors are going to be tough.
Yeah.
Warriors are going to be tough. I think the Warriors finished like 2 games behind where Denver finished last year.
I'm interested tonight, though, to see the Warriors have no size. They want to still play, run around, shoot a bunch of threes, catch and shoot off screens. And that's still going to work a lot in the NBA, but I'm curious to see how it works with a team that has length like the Nuggets.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. And after they made that Jimmy Butler trade last year, they were really, really good. They were really good. So they've got to beat on the Nuggets in terms of who they're going to form to be, because they had the back half of the season last year after the deadline to start to figure it out, and they were playing really well. And so, I mean, yeah, and then meanwhile, Denver's probably going to need a month to figure out, you know, for Adelman to figure out how he wants to run this thing. So, man, I am fired up. I'm fired up. But we start with a story that is off the wall, behind your back, and under the table. And it's coming up next.
Is Sean Payton ignoring one of his best weapons on offense?
Your run game is a huge part of why you get down to the 2-yard line and you are throwing the ball in consecutive sequences. It's unhealthy. You're at the 2. Your running back is averaging 6 yards a carry.
Hey, preach.
Do not put an agenda over the team.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about how you're feeling. Seriously, how you feeling on this gorgeous Thursday in the Centennial State? Is your mood and energy level reflecting this drop-dead gorgeous weather, or are you feeling a bit sluggish? You're crawling towards the weekend. You have low energy. Maybe your sleep patterns are off. You make it to the gym, that's when you drag yourself there, but when you're there, it feels exactly like that, a drag. Guys, these could all be symptoms of low testosterone, which happens to us men as we age. You didn't do anything wrong. But I encourage you, go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com, take the low T quiz on their website. Simple 10-question quiz, yes or no answers, literally takes 2 minutes. But from there, you can schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They'll draw your blood. They'll have the results within 30 minutes. A Colorado licensed medical provider will review those results with you, discuss your options, and you'll make a decision together with their medical team. There's no pressure. Cost of the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult, AT, and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of that appointment, your visit is free. Fellas, you got one life to live. Don't spend it wondering if you're suffering from low testosterone. Go take that low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040. Did you know that I actually have some psychic abilities? Yep, had a new client come in the other day to get signed up, and she said, Dan, they've already made me an offer. And I said, well, let me guess. It was $1,500. And her eyes got real big, and she said, Dan, how'd you know that? And I said, let me take another guess. When you said you weren't sure, they said, okay, we'll offer you the maximum amount allowed of like $3,500. The client couldn't believe what she was hearing. But let me let you know in a little secret. I'm not a psychic. I just know all of the insurance companies' dirty little tricks. They use these tricks to put pressure on you so they can get off the hook cheap. At 303 Law 4040, we're here to make sure that they play fair. We're going to make sure you get feeling better and the insurance companies pay what's right. Call us at any time. You can speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that O'Mara owns GMC on 104th? And now it's time to check them out.
That's right, and O'Mara GMC announces the lowest lease payments of the year. GMC Hummer, just $549. Sierra 1500, just $479.
Lease a GMC Hummer for only $549 a month or a Sierra 1500 for just $479?
That's O'Mara GMC on 104th. OmaraGMC.com.
Stock SZ167052 and SU104091. See the website for complete details.
Denver fans, game day starts at Twin Peaks. Your hometown football HQ is giving away exclusive team jerseys every game day. Catch every Denver matchup, cheer loud, and you could score big. Just ask your Twin Peaks girl for the play-by-play. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and roll. Here on a Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. And we are jam-packed to the gills. Mr. Phillip Lindsay, welcome back. What's up, man?
Woo! What's going on, man? You missed me?
I did miss you a little bit.
All right, that's great to hear. I always miss when you're gone, man.
Yeah.
Always miss you when you're gone. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Beautiful day in Colorado.
It is.
Just drop dead gorgeous fall day. And we are packed to the gills with content. A lot to react to today. And it's good to have you back. And I got a buddy coming into town today that I haven't seen in years. A best buddy that I've been best buddies since middle school with.
Yeah, I heard you guys have a duo. Is what is it, Thunder and Lightning?
Something like that. Something like that. Former teammate. I haven't seen him in years, so he's flying in tonight, Ubering in right now.
You said he was a center.
He was a center on our high school basketball team. We had an awesome team, Class A basketball, New York State. Lost 5 games across 2 years total, and he was a big part of it. And I get to see him today. Like I said, I haven't seen him in years. He's going to see my kids, and my kids are just going to be crawling all over him. I already know how that's going to go. So, but I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. And we have the NBA season starting tonight for the Denver Nuggets.
You can't make this up.
We have a huge game for the Denver Broncos waiting on Sunday, a high-powered Dallas Cowboys team that we'll talk about here in a couple minutes. But this story that is off the wall, behind your back, and under the table. Oh, my gosh. I could not. I'm going to say I could not believe it, but in a lot of ways I can believe it. It's kind of one of those.
Well, you're going to have to explain. After you go through all the details, you got to explain to me why you feel that way.
All right. I mean, I can't believe this involves our guy Chauncey in a pretty meaningful way. Chauncey Billups and Heat guard Terry Rozier have been arrested. Part of a wide-ranging investigation relating to illegal sports betting and rigged poker games backed by the mafia.
Let's see.
I mean, we're talking about literally like La Cosa Nostra.
Yes. People thought the mafia were gone.
No.
Extinct.
No.
Come on now.
Nope. I have a friend, another former teammate from college who's an FBI agent, and I see him when I go back to this particular part of the country. And he says you would not believe how much organized crime. And I'll tell you this, he hangs out around the Toronto, Buffalo, and there's like a triangle. And every minute of every day, there are ships coming in and out. in and out, and it's just impossible to stay on top of it all. And he gave me an education the last time I was in this part of the country. And so to continue this, Billups and Rozier were among a total of 34 people arrested. The arrests were the results of a years-long investigation covering 11 different states here in the States, involving tens of millions of dollars. Okay? FBI and other law enforcement officials said that the multiple charges involve 4 mafia families, 4 different families, organized crime networks, quote, mind-boggling amounts of fraud. According to the indictment, Rozier and other defendants, quote, had access to private info known by NBA players and coaches that was likely to affect the outcome of games or player performances. We know the deal. We just lived through this with Jontay Porter. We just did this. And this, in a roundabout way, does tie back to the Porter deal. I mean, it's all connected. It's all connected like a web. U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, Joseph Nocella Jr., called it one of the most brazen sports corruption schemes since online sports betting became widely legalized in the United States. Billups, who was arrested in Oregon this morning, is charged in a separate indictment alleging a wide-ranging scheme to rig underground poker games that were backed by mafia families. I mean, this sounds like something out of a movie, Phil.
It's scary, man.
It is very scary. The defendants are accused of using technology to steal millions from victims in the New York area. Details from the rigged poker games that Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones, another former NBA guy, were involved with from U.S. Attorney press conference this morning. Phil, they're using X-ray machines built into the tables to read face cards down, contact lenses and glasses that read pre-marked cards, secret cameras in the card trays. I mean, this is as rigged as anything that you'll ever find, and the definition of criminal.
It's just, it hurts my heart, man, just because, one, it's Chauncey Billups.
I know.
And I grew up idolizing Chauncey Billups.
I know.
I grew up and I know him really well and talk to him, not on a daily basis, but I talk to him a lot.
Yeah.
And I know, now I don't know about the gambling, but as a person, he has been a great person to me, a great person to people around him, to the community and everything else.
Yeah.
But then when this came out so early in the morning, I was very disappointed because it's like a guy that I looked up to, a guy that I would trust for a lot of things, and he has given me a lot of great advice, gets caught up in something like this.
Yeah.
And I know we're all human, and we're all going through certain demons.
Sure, absolutely.
But in this case, it was just very disappointing hearing that news. But then when you add the mafia to it, Zach, that's what kind of got me shook. It has me scared, and just in general, because when you're dealing with mafia, you don't know what's really going on.
Right.
And when you sit down, you're like, well, why are these players doing this gambling and they're throwing games when they're getting paid millions of dollars? Why are they doing it?
Yeah, Terry Rozier's on a $96 million deal.
Because it's not about the money at that point. See, it comes down to having to do favors because they did favors for you, not knowing that they did a favor for you.
And once you're in it.
Yep. And the thing about this stuff, guys, the more money you make, you start to meet different people. Like it's like saying there's another level, there's another devil to a level, right? You get to this next level and you have this money and you're going to these parties and you're meeting all these different people that you never thought you would meet. But yet there's something there, a demonic thing that's luring you in, and you start to grin. Like the whole saying where I say, when you grin, you in. You're up there, you're hanging out with those type of people, you're always around them, you're going to start to do the same things those people like to do, or you may have to owe a favor. So I'm like, in a way, I'm speculating, but also it's something that just like seeing some of these other things that are going on, it's just scary, man.
It is scary. And we learned about the Jontay Porter thing after the fact that he had debt, and this was the way to pay it off.
Yeah.
You need to throw your own performance. And I'm sure 2 years, 3 years before Jontay Porter had to make that decision, he would never envision himself in that situation. And then you're in it, and you've got choices to make, and these people are dangerous.
Yeah.
These people are dangerous. And it's one of these things where Like, and by the way, did you guys see the video that I sent you guys from 2023? Oh my gosh, I sent you guys a video from a podcast from 2023, and they're poker players, and they are talking about a rigged game that started in Los Angeles, that made its way to Vegas. And see, I don't even understand this life that this one game can travel around the country. But this podcaster was, again, from a couple years ago, going on 3 years ago, was saying there's a rigged game out there, and it involves Chauncey Billups. And people know that it's rigged, and they don't know how to expose it because the people who are in it are not the type of people that you want to try to expose. But this was on certain people's radar within that world.
And think about it. If that was out there and that was in 2023.
Well, you know what we'll do? We can play it a little bit later in the show because it's remarkable to retroactively be listening to that conversation.
And if you're a person that's a part of this, like Chauncey, you know you're hearing it, you're seeing it.
Yep.
But you can't come out or you can't get out of it.
Yep. Why
is that?
Yep.
You're dealing with the mafia. It's scary.
It is scary.
And disappointing and sad.
It is. It is. But I want to say this here. You can be let down, disappointed, and even hurt, whatever fill in the blank emotion, by someone and still love them.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So I was just with Rodney 2 days ago. He's, DU's all-time leading scorer. He's playing in the Nuggets media thing. Like, love Rodney. Love Chauncey. In my limited interaction, which happened to be at a poker game. Can't make that up.
Oh,
it was a benefit. It was a benefit. It was a charity poker game. But he was great. And
he's a great dude.
So just because someone made a mistake and fell short, who hasn't? You cast the first stone. Right?
No.
That's that old hey, he without sin, you cast the first stone. And so just because Chauncey screwed up in a really meaningful way, he's going to have to pay big time for this. Doesn't mean we still don't love him. So I wanted to finish with that too. Anybody else want to say anything about this crazy story? Okay. We'll shift gears here. RamosLaw.com, text line 303-713-1043. For the first time in nearly a decade, the Cowboys are coming to Denver, and they're bringing firepower with them. That's next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And if you're looking for fine jewelry or a great timepiece, just like I was, why wouldn't you want to shop where some of the world's leading designers are sold? Williams Jewelers helped me find my new Tudor watch, and they can do the exact same thing for you. And if it's not a watch you're looking for, any type of jewelry you want, they're going to have guaranteed. And they're going to treat you just like family the minute you step through those doors and won't pressure you at all. They gave me the time I needed to make the right decision for myself. And looking at this beautiful watch on my wrist today, I made a great decision because of it. Starting from one little store in Inglewood, Williams Jewelers has grown into 2 locations and has become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. So when you step foot into their showroom, you're going to feel just like family, like I said earlier, and their service will reflect that. They are dedicated and they work hard to make sure you're satisfied with your purchase. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why not create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler, also the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also on Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you walk through one of those doors.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. With just a friendly tip here, I like to remind people that they never want to be gambling that the person that hits them has good insurance. So I want you to take a look at your insurance policies. Check and make sure that you have 2 things. One's called MedPay coverage. You want to make sure you have that. And then also UM/UIM coverage. This will protect you in case you get into an accident and the person that hits you doesn't have good insurance. If you have any questions, just give me a call. 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Need a new water heater? Euro Plumbing has lifetime warranties, great financing, and low pricing. 720-500-3000. 720-500-3000.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
All right, for the first time in nearly a decade, hasn't been quite that long, but it's inching towards it. The Cowboys are coming back to Denver. And I referenced this yesterday, but the last time they were here, I was at the game, and it was my first ever Broncos game. It's my first ever Broncos game was the last time Dallas was here.
So 2017?
2017.
2017, all right.
Dak and Zeke, I think, were in year 2, I want to say.
So they were young bucks. They were babies.
But they had just tore up the league as rookies. You remember they were dueling for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. No, I remember it. I mean, Zeke took the league by storm. Now, there's context to it. because they did have one of the best.
They did
offensive line.
Yep.
In 2017.
They did.
And but Dak, we all know what he can do when he's healthy.
Well, it's been a minute, all right, and Dallas is bringing some firepower here, Phil. Number 1 total offense in the NFL, averaging, I can't believe this is true, 9 yards shy of averaging 400 yards of offense per game. I mean, 391 per game through 7 games. They have also recorded at least 1 takeaway with 0 giveaways in 4 straight games. Now, I want to say that one more time. Dallas has recorded at least 1 takeaway with 0 giveaways for 4 straight games. It's the longest streak in franchise history. So they're taking the ball away. They're taking care of the ball. They're scoring at a high level. They're moving the ball up and down the field at will, basically. This is
with the new head coach.
Well, yeah, with the new head coach.
First year offensive coordinator, and the reason why I'm bringing up the offensive coordinator, Zach, he was my offensive line coach in Colorado. He was my offensive line coach with the Colts and Clayton Adams. And Coach Adams, man, he's a character, a guy that's been around for a little while, but he has never had the opportunity to call plays until he got to, I want to say, the NFL level. And he started to be around the right guys. And now he's an offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys for the first time ever. And look what he's doing. So I'm proud of Coach Adams because he was also my running backs coach when I first got there.
Wow.
So he was my first running backs coach, and he taught me like how to pick up blitzes because he was a center at Boise State. So
right.
he knew how to
wow.
how to protect and taught us what we should look for with the offensive line, and he was always so smart, but a great dude to be around, funny. He's a player's coach, and so I'm glad, I'm happy he is having the success that he is having, and he has waited a long time for this. So shout out Coach Adams, Clayton Adams, for doing what you're doing, man.
Wow, I had no idea. So your former running backs coach and offensive line coach at Colorado, Clayton Adams, is the offensive coordinator that will be going up against the Broncos this weekend.
The Dallas Cowboys.
That's unbelievable. What a small world.
It really is. I'm going to have to text him.
Yeah, you should.
I need to, man.
You should.
I need to.
Wow. Dak Prescott, this guy is playing at the highest level of his career, which is saying something because I thought Dak Prescott should have won the league's MVP the year where Lamar won his second MVP. That was my biggest issue. Is Lamar's second MVP.
Lamar, huh?
He could have won it last year. He had a great case last year. They gave it to Josh.
Yeah, Lamar.
Whatever. But that second one, Dak, I thought should have won it. I think he threw 36 touchdown passes that year for like an 11-12 win team. Take that into consideration when I say I think he's playing at the best level of his career. The 6th player in NFL history to have at least 3 passing touchdowns without an interception in 4 straight games. Again, I'm going to say that one more time. The 6th player ever to have at least 3 passing touchdowns with no picks in 4 straight games. This dude is on a heater.
Zach, I mean, Dak Prescott has scored 13 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
Insane.
13 touchdowns.
Insane.
He's playing at an elite level. And what that means and what that is pretty much is it's Dak being healthy. Because for the longest, Dak could not stay healthy. But now that he is healthy, now that Dallas has put weapons around him, Javonte Williams all of a sudden wants to run the football.
We got to talk about him.
You have two stud receivers, a really good tight end, and a play caller in Clayton Adams. Shout out Clayton Adams that's putting things together. They're rolling over there on the offensive side of the football. This is going to be a tough task for the Denver Bronco defense, but this is what they should love. We've been hyping the Denver defense up. We've been like, they could be number 1. They have over 30 sacks. Now show us against the number 1 ranked offense. Go out there and do your part.
How about this guy, Jake Ferguson? I can't believe this. Jake Ferguson.
Fergus
is the only tight end in the history of the NFL with at least 50 receptions and 6 receiving touchdowns in the first 7 games of a season. Jake Ferguson, not Tony Gonzalez, not Shannon Sharp, not Antonio Gates, not Travis Kelce, Jake Ferguson. the only tight end in the history of pro football with 50 catches and 6 receiving touchdowns in the first 7 games of a season.
Google him.
So you could fairly say he's off to the best start in the history of the position. And then there's a matter of Javonte Williams. Oh, my gosh.
This man named Javonte.
Man, he is on one. 6 rushing touchdowns. Here's one of the craziest stats. Javonte Williams has as many rushing touchdowns through 7 games as the Dallas Cowboys had as a team all of last year. How insane is that stat?
It's just insane because it's like, man, people were down and out on Javonte.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Denver, and we all know why. We put the stats up there. Then all of a sudden, he moves to another team that wants him.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was surprised that Javonte got picked up in the first day.
Me too.
The first day of free agency, Javonte Williams' name came across the screen, and Dallas picked him up.
And it was for $3 million.
For $3 million.
So
I'll take it, though.
So not vet minimum, right?
No, it was a little bit more than vet minimum.
A little bit more, yeah.
Vet minimum is like 1.25, and maybe it goes up every year. But for Javonte, they say, hey, we're going to give you $3 million, a prove-it deal. Go out there, prove to us that you can be the guy you were rookie year, and maybe we'll give you another contract. Well, Javonte, as of right now, what is he, number 2 in rushing?
Number 2 in rushing. Behind only Jonathan Taylor. By the way, he's averaging the same exact yards per carry as Jonathan Taylor. He is looking. I just did this video for Instagram, okay, and TikTok. And it's about Javonte. Go watch it. ZBy23 at Instagram.
Man, Zach, you just love the running backs all of a sudden. I love it.
But what I did is, and there's a clip of this there for you, and you don't even have to be following me to watch it.
No, if you watch it, you follow.
So, but it's Javonte in his rookie year when he's leading the league in broken tackles. There's a play against the Ravens where he runs someone over. Someone jumps on his back. He drags the guy for 12 yards on his back, needs a third guy to help get him to the ground. He was, Phil, he was really incredible as a rookie, but they had him split carries. Don't get me started. They had him split carries. You know who he split carries with. And Javonte would have been like a 1,300 yard rusher if they had just obeyed their eyes and didn't placate to personality and just not cut Melvin out of it, but just like, give him the lion's share. Yes. Yeah. And then the injury happened. And Javonte actually went 350 carries the following 2 seasons after the injury without a carry that went longer than 21 yards.
And you know, with an injury like Javonte had, it wasn't just the ACL.
Nope.
He blew the entire knee out. Now, Javonte's a big boy. He's at least 220, maybe even more on a bad day for him. When you're dealing with a knee injury and you have a bunch of weight and you're running around with this weight, it's hard on the knees. And his superpower is running people over or breaking tackles.
Yep.
And so when you're not confident in your knee and your knee's not responding, you're not going to be the same guy. Now, he's 2 years removed. He's feeling more confident in himself. My guessing is, and he looks like he's lost a little bit more weight. He's a little bit more springier, and he fits the system that Clayton Adams, shout out over there, the offensive coordinator, is doing for Javonte Williams and getting downhill, putting pullers in front of him, something that we both said, hey, Sean needs to do a little bit better job of being a little bit more creative with his run game. Well, he's getting that over there in Dallas, and now Javonte Williams is taking advantage of that, and now he's number 2 in the league in rushing.
He's one of the best reclamation stories in the NFL this year. And there's a good one happening here in Denver with J.K. Dobbins as well, but he's coming off a good year. You know, Javonte's I didn't know if Javonte would stick in the league, and he's playing great. He is playing great. All right, speaking of the run game, I have a stat on the Broncos run game that you'll be repeating to your friends. It's next.
Do Bo Nix and the Broncos learn something about themselves with a win over the Giants?
Bo Nix is clutch. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And this team is going to know that when they're down, they're never out. After 2 fourth-quarter, 14-plus point comebacks, this team's going to feel like we've always got a chance.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
The cost of everything is still out of control, and many of us are relying on credit cards to cover essentials. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created a smart equity loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike a HELOC, which can have varied interest rates, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. That means one predictable monthly payment, giving you peace of mind. This loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your existing low mortgage rate intact. It only takes 10 minutes to get started with no upfront or hidden fees. Call American Financing today and start saving now at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The Wilhite Law Firm handles accident cases differently. If you're injured, we'll drive to your home, return every call, and keep you updated. After an accident, you want Wilhite. Get your free case review right now. Just call 303-GOOD-LAW today or visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Dental phobia? Consider sedation dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, ColoradoSedation.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
So I want to talk about the Broncos' run game here in just a minute, and I also want to go back to the Javonte thing for just a second.
He's spooking you a little bit?
Is Javonte spooking me?
He's spooking you.
You want to know what, man? I'm happy for Javonte. I am. The Broncos tried. They really did, man. They hung with him for 2 years after the injury. And Sean asked them to lose the weight. Remember, he put on the North Carolina film and said, I want that runner. It just
didn't work out.
No, man.
And sometimes, like I said earlier, it's about scheme fit. It's about understanding what that player does best in your offense. And maybe it wasn't a good fit. Obviously, it wasn't a good fit for Sean. Sean wants a guy that's going to be that one cut, get vertical downhill, but also can catch really well out the backfield, but make something out of it, right? Not just catch the ball, but be explosive. That's what he's used to with Reggie Bush and Darren Sproles and Alvin Kamara. So, but yeah, it's good on Javonte to get going again, man. It's good to see him out there making plays.
This is the thought I wanted to get out of my head. The Broncos were 1,000% justified for moving on from Javonte Williams. But now we have more information, and it's aging a little bit differently. If Javonte were still here, in your opinion, having played that position at the highest level in the world, would Javonte be having the success here? Because on paper, Broncos have one of the best offensive lines, and you hear about the advanced analytics and all that stuff. Would Javonte be having maybe not the same success, but similar success here in Denver?
No, he wouldn't. He would not be having the same success he's having with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's why, Zach. Dak Prescott. One of the more he's an elite quarterback in this league when he's healthy. Now he's healthy. The weapons around Javonte. It's not just offensive line, but the two receivers they have.
Yep.
All right, the tight end. That Jake Ferguson that you just got done talking about.
Yep.
Like there are so many weapons out there that you have to account for that you're not focusing in on just Javonte. So now when Javonte's in the backfield, he's not getting a loaded box. When Javonte's in the backfield, there's two linebackers. Now when the offensive line gets off of their double team, they call it a deuce block. You get off that double team, you move up to the linebacker. Javonte's already a hard guy to get down off on the ground, and he's having success because of the people around him. I believe that the reason why Javonte Williams is having success, one, they believe in him. They're giving him the carries. He's getting more than 10 carries a game. Two, when it comes to the scheme fit, he's fitting in well. But number three, there's three of them. It's Dak Prescott and what he's doing on that football field to spread the defense out.
Well, I think it's a pretty good explanation. There's like the wonderment of it. Like, man, I wonder what it would be like if he was still here and the 1-2 punch was JK and Javonte.
Well, how do you think he would have done? I mean, look with JK, and we're going to talk about him, but look, we have a really, really good running back in our backfield, and yet we underutilize it.
Yeah, that's definitely part of this discussion we're about to have. I think that it's a bit of a fantasy, but the Broncos have one really awesome running back right now, and I just wonder if it would have been two. And that's why I said, like, not the same success, because this is unique what he's doing in Dallas, guys. It is just unique what he's doing right now. But if he was 80% of that to pair with Dobbins, because RJ Harvey is leaving so much to be desired, and another week passed, and I know he had a nice moment, caught that touchdown, right? That
he did. It was a well schemed up play.
It was. But he caught it. He gets the credit for that. But RJ is not doing a whole heck of a lot on a down-by-down, series-by-series basis, and I wonder if it was Javonte. Because here's the thing. Yes, like scheme fit and Dak and all that stuff, but also, Phil, like when I'm watching him for Dallas, physically he just looks like he is in such a better spot than he was last year.
So you said mentally, like he's just getting downhill, like physically, like you're saying he's healthier.
Like I didn't see him break a tackle all last year. Not a tackle. I'm seeing him break tackles in a way that I hadn't seen since his rookie season in 2021. So, I don't. There's no going back. There's no putting the toothpaste back in the tube. I am not saying at all the Broncos shouldn't have moved. They tried so hard, but man, it's just like, damn, he's one of the better comeback stories in the NFL right now.
That's going to be interesting, the comeback story. Comeback player of the year this year. Christian McCaffrey, who's been able to stay healthy, and honestly, he's the whole entire team.
Yeah.
You talk about receiving yards.
Yeah.
Christian's up there. You talk about rushing yards. He's the only thing they have. You talk about someone like Dak, who was all banged up and stuff. He may be up for it because he's a quarterback. And now you got Javonte.
I mean, Javonte could be up for that award. Very interesting. Here's the stat about the Broncos' run game. The Broncos have recorded 26 different run plays in 7 football games. The Broncos have recorded 26 run plays that have gained 10 yards or more. Phil, it's a top 3 number in the entire NFL.
You got to love it. You got to love it, Zach.
Does Sean love it?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I mean, you would think right now the Broncos have a top 10 running attack and a top 3 explosive run rate. But we don't see...
Wait, yet.
Yeah, we don't see the intent and stick-to-itiveness with the run game that we see with the pass.
Well,
even though the evidence is there with the run, and it's not with the pass.
You just answered your question. Sean doesn't love it because it's not his way. You always talk about it, Zach. He has an agenda usually, and when he has that agenda, he wants to be able to hit that milestone and say, this is why we won the game, because of me. Well, Sean's a guy that loves to scheme up plays for his quarterback. Quarterback is struggling in the first 3 quarters and finding a way to open up at the end in that 4th quarter multiple times now with Bo Nix. But when you talk about an offense being in some type of rhythm, having that identity, Sean's not obeying his eyes. It seems like he doesn't want J.K. to be the face of what's going on with the offense as of right now. It seems like he wants it to be more the Bo Nix. Sean, open your eyes. If you have a great run game, it's going to open up the pass game. But if you neglect your run and continue to put pressure on Bo Nix and the receivers, you're going to continue to have the same thing happen to you every single game. You're going to have to come back in comeback fashion in the 4th quarter. Stick to the run.
Real quick on the way out, does the Detroit Lions have a good rushing attack?
That rushing attack is potent. They're scary, and they're finding ways to get them all involved. That offense in general is scary.
Yeah, Broncos and Lions are averaging very close to the same amount of rushing yards per game, like nearly identical.
But
actually,
when you watch the Lions games, they're going to get them involved. They're going to get them involved in the screen game, which Sean, I guess he's trying to do for his receivers, but not usually with the running backs. And they're going to get their touches. They're going to find creative ways to make sure that Jahmyr Gibbs is out in the open. Montgomery's out in the open for these explosive plays. We need to do the exact same thing for J.K. Dobbins.
Lions averaging $133 on the ground. Broncos averaging $132 on the ground per game. All right, one of the most anticipated seasons in Nuggets history begins tonight. Can a fallen champion reclaim their throne? The tension before tip-off is next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they've got a great deal on windows, so take advantage before the snow starts falling. Order your windows in October, finance your project with them, and you won't pay anything until November of 2027. Be warm during the holidays. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the cold weather arrives. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
As days get shorter and roads get busier, fall brings more accidents. If you've been injured, Postman Law is here to help. No fees unless we win. Call 844-POSTMAN. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on The Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay. Who win it now?
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you as we are on the doorstep of a new marathon. One of the most anticipated seasons in the history of the Denver Nuggets. I believe that's a literal statement.
You got your jogging shoes on?
Man.
It's gonna be a long marathon.
Got some Chuck Taylors on here.
Got to get you some new ones.
Yeah, gonna need something more sturdy.
Arch support, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Jake Shapiro, DenverSports.com, Mile High Hoops podcast. We love talking basketball with Jake. Jake, I believe that's a literal statement. This is one of the most anticipated Denver Nuggets season of all time. If you want to say it's one of the 5 most, one of the 10 most, somewhere in that variety. I'd say it's one of the 5 most, considering that the greatest player in the history of the franchise is in the middle of his prime, and they have brought in reinforcements in a way that had been lacking here recently.
I mean, you go through Nuggets history, there's only 3 other times you could legitimately say they have a chance to win the title. let alone the 3 other times to say that they've had the best player in the NBA. So I don't know if you want to say Carmelo's rookie year as one of the most anticipated, just to see what that would look like in the turnaround. The 2022-23 season was definitely highly anticipated with Jamal coming back, and then them coming off the title the year after were highly anticipated. But I'd put this as number 1, Zach. I think that going into this year, knowing what the Nuggets have in the tank, knowing where Nikola Jokic is at his career, and knowing what happened this offseason, I think it's go time for the Nuggets, and I don't think that I've seen this city as alive for basketball as I have right now in my 15 years of living in Colorado.
Jake, and I think that you're high on Jamal just like I am.
Yeah.
But I think that's one name that everybody can't wait to see out there on that court is what is Jamal Murray going to look like early? So for you, what are you expecting out of Jamal Murray?
If you have a job for a while and your boss gets fired and you still have like the same goals, right? You kind of like take more responsibility and you and your peers kind of rally to like fill in those gaps. And that's kind of what I feel like happened with Jamal when Malone got fired, right? He all of a sudden had to organize some stuff behind the scenes with the team. He had to like take responsibility for his own health and body maintenance because it wasn't this guy who set the standard for him when he was 19 telling him what he had to do anymore. It's like, oh man, like I'm a grown man. I have to do some of this stuff myself. So I think David Adelman just coming in and approaching it as we're all adults in the room has kind of changed the way Jamal Murray's approached the rest of the locker room. And in turn, his body looks like it's in a lot better shape coming into the season. I've never thought he was out of shape, unlike some people on this radio station. Josh Dover.
Well, no, no, it's not just Josh. He hasn't been in tip-top shape.
Okay, yeah, I know, and I don't think he's ever been like it's not Zion.
No,
right?
no, but
that's what I mean.
But there's a lot of people talking about him after the season. Of course, he was when you get injured as much as Jamal has, it's like, are you doing the right thing?
Yeah, and I think he has, and I think that's the thing for me. So. Do I think that there's another level for Jamal to go up? No. But can he be more consistent in getting 21 points and 7 assists? Yes. And if he's more consistent in that, and with the additions around him, refocusing his game on the things he does well, and I think that's what the Nuggets additions this year will do, will allow Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray specifically, to focus more on the things that they do well instead of having to do everything, then Jamal will look like a better version of himself.
Well, I'll say this. I want to disagree with a couple things that you said there. One, Jamal Murray is lighter right now before he starts playing an NBA season than he was at the end of last season. And that's just a fact.
Yeah.
I don't need to look at a scale. Like I look at his face, his hips. I mean, he is in the shape that he should be in right now. The other area where I want to give you a little bit of pushback, and it goes back to something you said maybe 3 minutes ago. You said when your coach, gets fired, and you kind of have to rally together, and you equated it to a workplace, and I forget some of the other detail, but you know what I'm talking about here, Jake. When in the second round, when he's sick for a second consecutive series, and that new boss is there, and you're in the most important part of the playoffs in between Game 6 and Game 7, and you're so sick before Game 6, we don't know if you're going to play 90 minutes before tip-off. You're in a long-sleeve shirt, and we're calling it the flu game, and then Aaron Gordon pulls his hamstring at the end of the game, and your response in between Game 6 and Game 7 is to hang out at Blackhawk until 4 o'clock in the morning. It's unprofessional, and it's unbecoming of someone who bears the responsibility of the second best player to Nikola Jokic. And so I know there's different ways of guys blowing off steam. That wasn't that. It was unprofessional. And so the first thing that David Adelman said when he was introduced at the press conference is, we need to be a more professional basketball team. And I thought, man, if you would have told me that would have been uttered into a microphone in the 2023 season, I never thought we would have saw what I ended up seeing and had heard and confirmed and reported on.
There's too much drama going on.
Which very few people in the market have had the courage to talk about. So that being said, I hope that this slimmed down Jamal is a sign of things to come. Because I also disagree with you when you say you don't think that there's another level. I actually do, man. I actually do. If he pours himself back into the game and lives it the way he did when he was 23, 24, 25, I do think there's another level, and I'm optimistic and hopeful that we're going to see that, Jake.
Yeah, I just don't know that 9 years into the guy's career, he's going to be a different player than he was the last 4 years, which is 21 points and 6.5, 7 assists a game,
The consistency part, though, is unlocking another level.
I agree with you. And I think for me, one of the things you brought up was the ball pressure in Game 6, and specifically that's the reason why Aaron Gordon got hurt. Cam Johnson is going to break that ball pressure way more often. That is the reason why they lost to Minnesota. That is the reason why they lost to Oklahoma City. They do not have a secondary ball handler.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson can be that guy, and it will allow Aaron Gordon, who said on media day, I'm going to be more focused on defense. I'm going to be more locked in on defense. Cam Johnson is the reason why Aaron Gordon can do that, and Cam Johnson is the reason why Jamal Murray is going to have actually more operating space this year. So in the world that Jamal Murray does step it up a level, it's in part because of his tandem and pairing with Cam Johnson and the different ways the Nuggets offense will be able to attack this year.
But also, Jake, can we expect Jamal Murray to get off of the double teams? Can we expect Jamal Murray to get that separation? Because that's something that Jamal has lacked for 2 straight years. Is the separation on one-on-one when he isolates or he goes on the ISO and you have a guy sitting in front of you, but you're not getting that separation for that shot, and now you're having to fade away. Can we expect him to get that separation?
It's waxed and waned since he's come back from the knee injury, and I honestly think a big part of it is his actual shape that he's been in, is the pieces around him. Teams felt comfortable doubling Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray the last 2 seasons because the Nuggets didn't have enough shooting. This year, that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. So when you go into Game 7 last year, the playoffs, yeah, you can say Jamal Murray put up a stinker. Go watch the second quarter of that game. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic are the only 2 Nuggets on the floor even being guarded.
Yep.
So I really can't blame Jamal for that Game 7 because there was nothing left of the team around them. This year...
The Game 7 against Oklahoma City.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had 5 points at halftime. He's a max player. I mean, we got to hold him to a higher standard, Jake.
We do,
Jake. He was getting doubled and tripled on every play because there were...
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
He wasn't. He had 5 points at halftime in a Game 7 as a max player. It's unacceptable. Do you agree with that statement?
I mean, I think the circumstances around it with the Nuggets having literally 2 limbs that did not work in their starting lineup on the court. Like, there is a reason why Christian Brown had 10 points in the first quarter. Oklahoma City was not guarding him. There was not enough space for Jamal Murray to actually operate in that game and effectively score. And it became a game of, can we get anyone on the Nuggets besides Jamal and Joker to beat them? And they knew that answer was no. So I'm not going to blame Jamal Murray for that Game 7. But I agree with you in general that Jamal Murray's playoff performance last year left a lot to be desired.
Yeah. And it was that's 2 postseasons in a row, because he had the moments the previous year, but it was
the Lakers series, he was bad besides the fourth quarters.
Well, look, he had the worst true shooting percentage of any NBA player that takes 20 shots a game or more in 50 years. So I don't want to put lipstick on it. Well, he hasn't been good, Jake.
Good news.
And you have been easy on Jamal.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair to me, I have to maintain relationships with these guys. I'm there every day. I just, and I do think that Jamal is one of the greatest players in Nuggets history.
Oh,
That's
he
indisputable.
is. Oh, definitely.
You don't win a championship without Jamal.
Definitely not.
I have been, after they lost last year, I was the guy that said they need to go get a second star. I know that's something you talked about on DenverSports.com. I was banging the drum for Zion this summer before they went and said, we're going to go get the perfect fits. And you know what? I'm happy with the way the roster settled, but ultimately, the way the roster settled this offseason and the asset allocation means Nikola Jokic throughout the course of his entire prime is unlikely to have ever played with another All-Star.
And that's going to be the harsh reality. And if he never wins that second championship, and I can't say if the Nuggets, because if the Nuggets don't, it will not be because of Jokic. It will not be. And we will look back and say, I wonder if the organization actually put him in the best position to succeed. I mean, this is an organization that had an opportunity to pair Luka Doncic and Jokic up together. But it meant saying goodbye to Jamal, and they were unwilling to do that. And we learned that from Mike Singer's book.
And then they got cute a couple times, and they could have drafted OG Anunoby, who's been a great player, and they've done some other things here and there, whether it's the Donovan Mitchell trade or the Rudy Gobert trade. None of it's perfect, obviously, on paper, and you're rewriting history, but there were multiple opportunities for the Nuggets, and Kyrie Irving rumors. I'm not a big Kyrie fan myself, but there were multiple times the Nuggets could have just said, we're going to go all in and do this, and it may have shortened the window, but ultimately, you've had the best player in basketball for 5 years.
Right.
You know how many times a best player in basketball is the same guy for 5 straight years?
It's rare. And we were talking about this yesterday with Will in that right now, NBA basketball has been dominated by decades by particular players and teams. In the Celtics, in the 60s, it was the Celtics. 70s, it was more of a gambit. In the 80s, it was the Celtics and the Lakers. In the 90s, it was the Bulls. In the 2000s, it was the Lakers and the Spurs. In the 2010s, it was LeBron's teams and Steph's teams. The 2020s are up for grabs. 2020, Jokic has been the face of the of this era in the 2020s. Yeah. And so that's why it's so important to widen the footprint in NBA history. Like, we have these discussions in the NBA, and we do a little bit with quarterbacks in the NFL, but more like the ring culture is married to the NBA in a way that is almost uncharacteristic to these other sports. So I believe they have the right complement around them. I do. Despite not an all-NBA player or all-star status, I think it is the right puzzle pieces that can fit together and create this image of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. I believe that.
If things go right for him, but it starts, and I don't want to make it a Jamal Murray show, but it starts with Jamal Murray. Like, at some point, he's going to have to turn it on. And I have faith this year. I'm optimistic that he is going to start fast.
I think so too. I actually think so too. And it's not based off substance. Although his image, his body image, yeah. I mean, that's telling me a lot. You have taken this as serious as you should as a max player, so that's encouraging. But I like you. I think he's going to start fast. And fellas, it's not a hot take Tuesday. I think Jamal Murray's going to be an all-star this year for the first time.
Ooh, and I'm thinking the same thing. Let's go.
No, and I genuinely believe that. He's been down for a couple
of
years.
Around him, though, is it the Cam Johnsons? Is it the rest that he's going to get with the lineup behind him with Tim Hardaway Jr., people like that can come in, Bruce Brown back there, so you're not having to do as much early in the season where you can just focus on yourself too, and you can have different lineups that go out there so that you could be fresh if you're Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I think it's part of it, but I also think, like, when you change your body the way he has, dude, he looks 20 pounds lighter. He literally does. And so with your actions, you're telling me the seriousness of which you want to start. Yeah. Jamal has referenced his slow starts. That's what has held him back from being an all-star. And I don't want to get obsessed and be on like all-star watch every single night, but like when you take your craft as serious as you should, you have the right pieces around you, you're going to win a ton of games. If they're the number 1 or number 2 seed at the break and he's getting 22 points a night, he's going to be an all-star. And I'm expecting that this year.
And as much about that is the competition, right? Jalen Williams has already started the year hurt. De'Aaron Fox has started the year hurt. And you look at Devin Booker, who Jamal Murray and Devin Booker have had very similar careers, both Kentucky guys, different situations. Devin Booker's not in a good situation this year. He's just not. So the only guards in the West that you could say, yeah, that's probably a better player than Jamal Murray, Luka, SGA, and Curry. And then Ant, obviously, I don't know. It could go either way with Ant. Honestly, I think Ant's an incredible player, but
come on now. That man's dominant.
I think most people around the country would vote Ant.
Ant as an all-star. I agree with you. So that's 4 players in the West that are at the guard spot.
Yeah.
There's going to probably be 5. So if Jamal can be better than Devin Booker, he's going to be an all-star.
And the tiebreaker might be the amount of games these two teams win. Because the Suns are in a rough spot as an organization. Nuggets should be stacking a ton of wins, where it becomes one of these things where, man, you can't have this team with this many wins, not only have one all-star type deal. But I also say this, going back to what you said, when you said, hey, I don't want to make this a Jamal Murray show.
Yeah.
But, and then you emphasize the importance, there is no other candidate that can be the best player on a championship team that's on this roster than Jamal Murray. So almost like Jokic is the base of the pyramid on which everything else is predicated on, Jamal Murray's not too far away from it, not in terms of the level of a player he is, but to the importance of this basketball team. So you can't overstate Jamal Murray's start, the consistency conversation, more than we have in this conversation.
But are you confident with saying that even if, because of what the Nuggets have done and who they acquired, even if Jamal Murray struggles, because let's be real, he could struggle. He's done in the past.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do we have enough to still get to the top?
No. Unless Jamal Murray is the championship version of himself, the Nuggets have a ceiling on them. I don't believe Cam Johnson is going to be the second best player on a title team. I don't believe Aaron Gordon is going to be the second best player on a title team. You have to slot into where you actually are as a player, and that starts with obviously Jokic and then Jamal.
So just because I forgot James Harden, I'm going to throw that name out there for West guards. But the thing about James Harden is everyone remembers what happened in the playoffs again last year. You know what people are going to be remembering when they vote All-Star this year? What happened in the playoffs last year? And Aaron Gordon was unbelievable. He went from a dunker to a great basketball player. And I legitimately think Aaron Gordon's going to have an all-star case this year if he keeps the offensive numbers up and the three-point shooting numbers up and he turns into the all-defensive player he's trying to be. I'm not saying he's a shoo-in. I'm not saying it's a great chance. But I'm telling you, if Jamal Murray does struggle a little bit and he's only the 2.5 best player, I think if Aaron Gordon is 2.5 and Jamal's 2.5 and Cam Johnson is 3 and you catch a little bit of injury luck with the Thunder, the Nuggets still have a chance. But if the Nuggets need to beat a full-strength Thunder team, Jamal Murray needs to look like the Jamal Murray that won them a championship.
In terms of Jokic, I am expecting Jokic's numbers to take a dip this year. I'm expecting the raw numbers to go down. I'm expecting the advanced numbers, and I don't know if they can be better than they are because it's superhuman, but I'm almost expecting a tick up in efficiency. Jokic is, and I've said this for years, and I know I'm not the only one, but water will find the path of least resistance, okay? That's like Jokic. He's just trying to get to the W at the end of the game, and however he has to get there, he will shape shift to get there.
Yeah.
And because the team around Jokic is, I think, significantly better, you know what the Nuggets don't do? I was just having this conversation this past weekend with someone. You know what they don't do? They don't blow people out.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Look at
And you know what Christian Brown said? Are you going there? Christian Brown on Media Day said one of our goals this year is we got to blow more teams out.
Well, then how do you do it?
So
why won't they blow them out?
Well, because I don't think they've been deep enough to blow teams out. Jokic has had to be stretched too thin and be too exhausted. Like, there should be a bunch of games this year where Jokic is not playing in the fourth quarter or not playing in the last half of fourth quarters.
And that was so big for the Thunder last year because SGA played like 20 fourth quarters in the entire season.
Yes, and so if that's the dynamic, because your team's deeper, because you have a backup center for the first time that's legitimate, because like the complementary pieces are, you're not trying to develop young players, they're veteran players, that should all equal the Denver Nuggets not only winning a ton of games, but blowing teams out, getting Jokic off his feet. And if Jokic is off his feet, you're going to be missing the fourth quarter productivity. So I'm expecting him to be the same great version of himself, maybe a tick more efficient, but with the raw numbers taking a dip. And maybe instead of winning the MVP or finishing runner-up, he's finishing third or fourth.
Okay, but so and I'm with you. But now I'm asking the question, when are we going to see it? Like, is it going to be something that we see here and in the next 2 weeks? Is it going to take a month for this team to go? Like that's what I want to know. I want to know, when are we going to start to see this kind of take place, and what does that look like with Jonas and everybody else?
So I wrote this, what Zach's talking about, in my 5 Nuggets questions for the season on DenverSports.com. Jonas means more nights off, more minutes off, and better rested legs for Jokic, both over the course of the season and within games, which creates a scary proposition. We are likely to see Jokic's most efficient season yet, and he can turn defense up to where it was in the 2023 playoffs. And I think that's the thing getting overlooked here, is the acquisitions of these guys not only makes the bench better because it will be better when they're on the floor, but it will make the starters better because they won't have to play so much. So, Zach, I'm with you. I don't think Jokic is playing 37 minutes a night this year, so the raw numbers are going to fall. I think he's probably going to play 32 minutes a night, and that's a lot of less minutes on the body over the course of the year. So Jonas Valanciunas is going to come in there for at least 16 to 18 minutes a night, and that's going to start from game one, because I don't think they're going to want to put Jokic out there for 38, 40 minutes until they're in really big games down the stretch of the season. So they're going to have to figure out a bench thing, and they're going to have to take their lumps and fight through some problems with just trying to figure everything out from tonight forward. And guess what? Tonight's a great matchup because because Golden State doesn't have that much size. They just don't. So putting Jonas Valanciunas out there and letting him cook will be something that's beneficial to the Nuggets. So watching Tim Hardaway come off the ball, Cameron Johnson come off the ball around Jonas Valanciunas working in the post, scoring over Guy Santos, that is something that we're going to start to see tonight, and it's something that the Nuggets need to prioritize, because the thing that made them so good in their championship season was they took off and they got really good gelling around mid-December, and they just absolutely blew everyone out from mid-December to mid-February.
Yep.
So if you're talking to me and we're at Thanksgiving and the Nuggets didn't do well in NBA Cup and you're like, man, I don't know, 10 games in, 15 games in, I'm going to tell you, give me 10 to 15 games more. Come back to me at Christmas. Where are the Nuggets at Christmas? Is this team starting to gel? So I think it's going to take a while because you have 4 new rotation pieces on this team. We don't even know which guys play well together yet. It even took Bruce Brown some time, his first time in Denver, to know, oh my God, Jokic can hit me on this pass. It's going to take a little bit of time, but ultimately they will be better in April.
With that in mind, what newcomer not named Cam Johnson will make the biggest impact? Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jonas Valanciunas?
It's Jonas Valanciunas for me because he is one of the best rebounders in the NBA. He's one of the most talented players the Nuggets have had off the bench since maybe J.R. Smith. Like, he can do so many different things with the basketball. Former top 5 pick. He is a winner. He can shoot the ball. He can pass the ball. He can play a little bit of defense inside, not a great defender. So all the things that the Nuggets needed to do in getting rid of Porter, rebound the basketball more, Valanciunas solves a lot of those issues. And Cam Johnson's going to do a lot of different things that Porter couldn't do while still being as good of a shooter. So I'm big on Jonas Valanciunas, but in the same breath, Zach, if we get the Bruce Brown that was here in 2022, 2023,
Ooh,
I mean,
that dude was so cold during that playoff run. He averaged double figures and shot 50% or better in every series on the way to a championship.
They haven't had a backup point guard since. And we always talk about backup center. They've barely had a backup point guard except for a little Bones Highland spell the entire time Jamal Murray's been here. So having that guy, if he's able to go back to those numbers with Jonas Valanciunas off the bench, heck, Jonas Valanciunas, Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Peyton Watson, Julian Strother coming off your bench, that team could go beat the Charlotte Hornets starting 5. Last year, the Nuggets bench would have lost to the Charlotte Hornets starting 5 and would have gotten blown out.
Real quick tonight, Golden State Warriors in their second game, Nuggets in their first game. Jokic has averaged 36 points a game in the last 2 matchups against Golden State. Jokic has actually recorded a triple-double in his last 2 season openers. He's got 3 of those in his career, but 2 in a row here. And I believe the record is Oscar Robertson with 4 opening night triple-doubles, which he'll have a chance to match tonight. Jokic and Curry have played one another 28 times in their career, and it is even Steven 14-14. What are you expecting tonight here on the way out?
Well, one thing you didn't mention is the Nuggets' winning streak against the Warriors ended finally with their last matchup in April. The Nuggets had won like 12 straight against the Warriors going back to KCP's acquisition, including that game that Spencer Jones absolutely balled in where none of the Nuggets starting 5 played in. So the only time we've seen the Nuggets with Nikola Jokic on the floor against this remade Warriors team with Jimmy Butler, they lost 118-104, and that was right at the midnight stroke for Michael Malone. So I'm really curious to see how these two teams match up, very different stylistically. And one of the things I'll be looking for specifically is how does Cam Johnson play against Jimmy Butler, because that's one of the better defensive matchups in the league, and then Cam is probably going to have to guard Jimmy for significant portions of the game, and that's one of my questions for the Nuggets is do they have enough point of attack defense? I'm still curious about that. Who's guarding Steph? Can Christian get around the screens like he was in the second half of the year, or is it going to look like the first half of the year where he could not defend anyone one-on-one?
Well, highly anticipated Denver Nuggets season beginning tonight. I cannot wait for the next chapter in this story that we've been reading for years. And, man, can't wait. Jake, thanks for being here. Great stuff.
I think someone's going to have to write a new book after this season. I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. All right, great stuff. You want to react to any of that, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. What did we make of Michael Wilbon absolutely cocking back and blasting Sean Payton? We'll react to it next.
Do the Broncos need to rip one particular play out of their playbooks?
Bubble screens, no bubble screens. If they're not working and all we're doing is throwing for 1, 0 yards, minus yards, then stop running the darn things. And if they're not able to do it and block it up, simple stuff, then you got to stop running.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name. And the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
Otto, did you hear that?
It's quiet. Too quiet.
That's because it's the all-new Kia Sorento Hybrid. Runs so smooth, it's practically supernatural.
Phew. So not a ghost car?
Nope. Just 655 miles of spooky good range and fuel economy that'll make your wallet scream. What a treat! Don't ghost us. Test drive the 2025 Kia Sorento Hybrid during the Kia Fall Savings Event at Foundation Kia, where the deals are so good.
It's scary.
Visit foundationkia.com and catch a ride.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on The Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Today at Berg Simpson, we'll get a call from someone who needs our help. We'll learn about their loved one's injuries. We'll listen to their concerns, and we'll promise to fight for them. Then we'll use our resources and experience to deliver the best possible results we can for that client. So today, when that client calls Berg Simpson, we hope they feel they've done the best thing for their family.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the Drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on The Drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. All righty. Man, when we were on the air yesterday, and you weren't with us, you were on assignment. Will was filling in, and
I was Agent Zero.
You're Agent Zero. And we, caught wind of, I think Michael Wilbon, took, a shot at Sean Payton. And it was pretty aggressive. The Russell Wilson thing, for about 48 hours, that was a big deal. And I say 48 hours, really about 72 hours, because it was still being talked about yesterday afternoon nationally.
Well, it's a big deal because it's Russell Wilson, a guy who never claps back or barks back. He's the guy that just stays steady. No matter what, I'm happy. Even though you're not happy, I'm happy. And he finally came out of his shell and said, you know what? I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of Sean Payton taking shots at me when I'm not even on the team for a second straight year.
Yeah, and I know I was in the minority yesterday, but I was okay with Russ taking the shot and finally standing up for himself. And, Sean started it again. I mean, punching down at Russ. All good. But this was Michael Wilbon yesterday on PTI on ESPN.
Sean Payton is a really, really, really fine coach. He's a Chicago guy. I lean toward letting it slide.
Eastern Illinois?
Except Sean Payton behaves too often like a classless bum. That's what he behaves like. And he thinks he's so chesty, he can say stuff, but you can't say something back. Russell Wilson can't come back at him.
He did.
Russell Wilson's got as many Super Bowl rings as Sean Payton.
That's right, one.
And been to one more. So Sean Payton will tell you what he did as an assistant and try to take credit for that. And Sean Payton, what does Sean Payton think this is, 1948? Like Russell Wilson as a quarterback can't come back at him as a man? Good. I'm glad Russell Wilson did. And they can be equals in that way in terms of status in football. But Sean Payton, who do you think you are? You ain't that good where you can just take shots at people and you better go in the rope-a-dope. I wish Russell Wilson had gone further.
I wish Russ would have gone further.
He said the rope-a-dope.
Unbelievable. What a fun piece of audio.
Oh, it was great. It's great. And you know what? I think we know Sean loves to talk. We know Sean loves to speak his mind. But also, people also have voices. And if they don't like it, they deserve to speak as well. And that's what Russ did. Now, Sean came out, and I'm pretty sure you guys discussed it yesterday, Zach, where Sean comes out and
denied the whole thing.
Denied, come on. No. You meant that. But you didn't think Russ was going to fire back at you. So now he punches you, and you're kind of stagnant. You're sitting there like, wow, what just happened? And now you're going to go and lie to the media. Stand on those 10 toes and be honest with yourself.
I told Will this yesterday, and I believe this, but I'm also definitely speculating. I think that Greg Penner might have walked down the hallway and said, hey, let's put a wet blanket over this thing. This thing's on the front page of every sports website in the world. They're talking about it on every sports talk show in the world, and I don't want another chapter of it. The team's 5-2 for the first time in since 2016.
I like that.
So let's just make sure we don't have an additional response.
The boss man coming down and saying, hey, let's not blow this out of proportion. We have a goal. Continue to win.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
Man, did you see Victor Wembanyama last night?
Man.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. I've never seen it. 40 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, not a single turnover. He was a human highlight reel last night, and it feels like this young man, and he is young.
21 years old?
But old soul. He plays like he's 31, and he's flying around in his length. I've never seen anything like it. When he came through the lane from right to left and did the reverse, and he had about
the blocks though.
Oh
man.
my gosh!
It's like, come on, man, let him get a shot off. So for Wemby, how do you stop him? What do you do, Zach? A man that long, and he's strong. Zach. He's strong.
Wiry strength. Yes,
he is. He got a little bigger.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yep.
You said before you don't want him to get too much bigger. Be who you are. But Wemby got a little bigger, got some muscle to him.
Yeah.
How do you stop a man like that? If you're Jokic, what are you doing?
Man, I think you need to out-physical him, and you need to outsmart him. because you're not going to out physical him in a way where you're going to make up for that length.
Yeah.
There is no making up for the length. I watched Jokic a year ago trying to get his shots over him, and he has got to adjust in a way that he never has in the past. They had the one sequence against the Spurs where the Nuggets didn't get a potential game-tying or game-winning shot off when Jokic had the ball in his hands because of Wemby's length. So, I mean, we've never seen anything like this in the history of the sport. I mean, and then you see the way he's handling it, hitting threes and one fall-away jump shots, but then dunking it on your head. And I mean,
he has everything. Defensively, offensively, the man's unstoppable. He has to stay healthy. I know he was dealing with some blood clots. Last year.
Ended his season.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't have to deal with that anymore. But man, he's going to be fun to watch for a very long time. And he's just beginning. 21 years old. Come on.
Crazy. Meanwhile, number 1 overall pick Cooper Flagg struggled in his debut. I'm not shocked at this at all. This is normal. 10 points, 10 rebounds. By the way, that's struggling. He had a double-double in his first ever game. 0 assists, but he was inefficient from the field, which is where the struggles were rooted from. And then how about the 76ers? Keep your eye on the name VJ Edgecombe. If you're a college basketball fan, you already know about VJ Edgecombe. Wildly athletic, super determined, and he kicked the door down in his first game. 34 points in his NBA debut, most points in a debut since Wilt Chamberlain in 1959.
I mean, Zach, he was taking it to the hole-on dude, shooting the mid-range, shooting the three-point shot. He looked like a vet. That's insane to have your debut game, and you look so confident in your abilities. He's going to be a fun one to watch, too. Hopefully he can continue to. It's not going to be like this, but be consistent throughout this year.
Yeah, shout out the Baylor Bears. Sick 'em. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
Avs Hurricanes tonight at Ball Arena with Scott Wedgwood in between the pipes. Again, both teams are going to be rocking their throwback unis. The Nordiques for the Avs and the Hartford Whalers for Carolina. Man, oh man, this should be a unique jersey game. And the Avs, one of 2 teams in the NHL who have not lost a game in regulation yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Too bad, most of the talk is going to be around the Nuggets tonight. But for the Avs, if you tune in early, you're going to be able to watch both of them. And can we get the power play just actually going?
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Come on. We have the chemistry there. We have the guys to do it with the firepower. We have to start putting shots on goal, man. We have to continue to work for that. But in order to do it, let's pepper them. Pepper the goalie a little bit more, see if that will help out. But we have to do better on the power play if we're going to do well against people or teams like Carolina.
Yeah, it's been pretty pathetic. They've actually been better at 5-on-5 than they have with a man advantage,
Crazy.
Which should be impossible, but seeing is believing. Okay, after a week off, Deion Sanders and the Buffs go to what has been a house of horrors. Talk about a spooky matchup coming up next.
Is Sean Payton ignoring one of his best weapons on offense?
Your run game is a huge part of why you get down to the 2-yard line and you are throwing the ball in consecutive sequences. It's unhealthy. You're at the 2. Your running back is averaging 6 yards a carry.
Preach.
Do not put an agenda over the team.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Attention Denver and Colorado Springs. This is a can't-miss real estate buying opportunity Saturday, October 25th. 35, 50, and 105-acre ranches starting at just $59.9. The ranches have big mountain views and utilities like electricity, high-speed internet, and county-maintained road frontage. All just minutes from Colorado Springs. 35 acres, just $59.9. 50 acres, just $89.9. 105 acres, just $149.9. This is your chance to buy a huge piece of land in the booming Colorado Springs market. This is not an auction. The prices are set and the ranches are priced to sell in a single day, Saturday, October 25th. Call our friendly staff for more information or to book your appointment. Call 866-CO-RANCH. That's 866-CO-RANCH. 866 888-267-2624.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code HEAT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code HEAT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code HEAT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Select Health, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HDHPs. By EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Stokely here from my friends at 5280 Waste Solutions of Denver. Unhappy with your home or business trash and recycling service? Need a temporary dumpster for a project? Call 5280 Waste Solutions at 303-529-2329. Colorado isn't just where they work, it's home. They guarantee swift, on-time pickup for residential and commercial customers. Make the switch and get reliable local service you can count on. Go to 5280waste.com. 5280 Waste Solutions, your hometown brand.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tune in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, we're going to play trivia in just a couple minutes. Do we know how the morning show did, Dante Gomez?
Yeah, they went 2-2.
2-2, okay. All right.
So last time we went 1-3.
1-3. We were saved by the bell with the last curveball question about, like, was it Highlander or something?
Oh, yeah, with no whale.
No.
It was about King Arthur.
King Arthur. Yeah. King Arthur. And what, like.
The answer was whales.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was like, what
Not the animal, Phil, the country.
What nation was the origin story of?
D, we're going there already. We're not even started trivia yet.
Yeah, let's not turn
My
on
bad,
each other
my
yet.
bad.
Let's not
Yeah,
turn
no,
on each
we're
other
a
yet.
collective unit.
All
That's
right.
on me. I apologize.
All right, so after a week off, Deion Sanders and the Buffs go to what has been a house of horrors. Did you play at Utah?
I did a couple times. Actually, we never won in Utah. We had that game 2016 at home to get to the Pac-12 championship. We won that one against Utah. But in Utah, it's hard. It's a hard place to win. It's a smaller stadium that's bowl-shaped, but it's loud. And they always are going to be a tough team. They always have those big offensive defensive linemen. They're fundamentally sound. They're smart. They're not going to make a bunch of mistakes. And it's just a hard place to win. But I'll never forget playing there. And I had a crazy catch. So it's a screen. I catch the screen. The big Samoan defensive tackle, forgot his name, wraps me up and throws me. But I land on another defender, bounce up, end up scoring a touchdown.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were down, but you were like on someone?
But I was on somebody. So I was able to bounce up, score a touchdown, do my little dance. But also I got hit so hard, Zach, so hard in that game, and it was cold, that somebody like ripped open my elbow. So you could see like the bone.
Really?
And yes, and I didn't know. I kept feeling like some stings. And I'm like, man, something ain't right. But I didn't know. And I'm playing, and I'm continuing to get it hit. So come to find out, like I got ripped up. So they take me back into the locker room. They stitch me up. And I'm thinking, okay, my day's done. They give me a sleeve and put me back out there. So then I go, and I'm numbed up from the shot. And I'm out there playing again with stitches in. And it's just like open. Like there had to be like 30, 35 stitches to like double stitched it at times so that it wouldn't move. And yeah, man, it was a interesting experience. I ended up scoring a touchdown, and we ended up losing. And I just remember that, man, because of my elbow.
Well, for CU and your Buffs, it's been a house of horrors. All right, a haunted house, if you will, here in the month of October. The Buffs' last road win at Utah was November 25th, 2011. I mean, 2011, you're
I'm in high school.
Yeah, you're in high school.
I want to say sophomore year.
Okay.
I want to say sophomore year because 12, 13, yeah, sophomore year.
I had just graduated college in 2011. That's a long time ago. And that's the task this weekend. Since 2011, Utah leads this series. The teams have played 14 times. Utah is 11-3 against the Buffs. Before the Buffs beat Utah last year, because they did win last year, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Utah had won 7 consecutive games in this matchup. If you want to look back to the last time the Buffs beat Utah in back-to-back games, the way that they're intending to this weekend after beating them last year, you have to go back to 1957 and 1958. It'll be a rowdy environment this weekend.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, in Coach Prime's era as the head coach here, he almost beat them in Utah. If you remember, Shador wasn't playing, and it was Staub.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
It was Ryan Staub, and it was cold out too. And Travis Hunter ended up catching the ball. They said that his feet were out of bounds, which they were not when you look at the replay. And Travis Hunter took it to the house. It didn't count. Utah ends up winning that game. And that's just like, a little pullback was like, wow, like Coach Prime could have beat Kyle Whittingham in the Utes in their own home if things would have went right for them with that catch with Travis Hunter had.
Well, this is a late night start. This is once again, I mean, the Buffs are going to have the college football world and a lot of gamblers as well, like on the main stage. They play at 8:15 here locally, all right? The game that kicks off closest to them is over 2 hours prior to the Buffs kicking off. So there's no late games this week outside of Colorado at Utah on ESPN kickoff at 8:15. Rice Eccles is what they call that stadium over there in Salt Lake. So, and then, but also there's a little bit of moving parts on each side. One, we don't necessarily know, and Dante, maybe you can do a quick Google search on this if you don't just know off the top of your head. We don't know if Devin Dampierre, the quarterback, is going to play this weekend. And it could be a freshman, I think. I think it's a freshman who's the backup. And so, man, that's a big swing. Devin Dampierre, a really good mobile quarterback, which has given the Buffs a lot of problems this year. Transferred in with his offensive coordinator in the offseason to Utah, I think from New Mexico, I want to say. And then on the Buff side, it sounds like that there are several players who did not come back to Boulder after the bye week on time.
I'm not understanding this, and these are like kids being kids, but you have the opportunity to have a bye week and go off and do whatever you want to do, but you need to be back in Boulder by a certain time. That's how it's always been, and yet you have players that are going to be that should be starting that may not play or may not start. That are not going to be out there for the Buffs when you're playing against Utah, which is a very tough team, and it's going to be a very tough team to beat on the road. I just want to know who it is.
We don't know yet.
But we're going to find out really fast.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not – I'm speculating, but hopefully it's not the starting quarterback, Caden Salter. Hopefully it's not the starting receiver. Like, it's
Holy moly.
suck.
I didn't think about it like that. Because, and I'll just mention this, we had heard whispers that maybe Salter, the game he didn't start, wasn't just about – football.
Yeah.
There could have been some immaturity stuff going on, which, he's a fifth-year senior. You would hope that's not the case with this rare opportunity he has in the Big 12. But man, that would be a curveball if it was But Deion said earlier today, I think to Adam Munster-Tiger, I want to say that there are some guys that didn't get back on time, and you're going to be asking, why is this player not? And he didn't finish the sentence, and he said, why is this player? That's why. So
obviously it's some starters. Like, that's what it's looking like. Obviously it's going to be some starters that are out there that we need out there, because you wouldn't be asking the question, why is this player not out there?
Right, if he wasn't a starter.
If he wasn't a starter.
Yeah.
Man.
And then it's like, okay, do you punish them that they just technically don't start the game and they come in the second series, which I've seen? Do they have to sit out the first quarter, which I've seen? Do they sit out the first half? Seen that as well.
If you're the coach, if you're Coach Prime, what do you do? You have strict rules, or maybe you don't have a bunch of rules, but your number one rule is respect me and show back up when I tell you to show up.
Yeah,
but you don't do it.
Yeah. If I were him, God Almighty, it's such a dog-eat-dog world right now, and it's like all the rules have been thrown out the window in college football. I'd probably just sit him on the first series.
The first series.
Yeah.
The first series.
Well, also. Were they not back in time for practice on Sunday, but they were there on Sunday night? Or did they show up on Tuesday? Like,
oh, that'd be crazy.
What's the transgression? I don't know, and we don't know. So he'll probably talk about it after the game, but some players are going to get punished. And it sounded like it was plural that were going to get punished.
My man said, or did they show up on Tuesday?
If
you just show up on
I'm kind of being silly, but you never know. These are college kids.
For sure. I mean, I've been, as a college player, you two act like you're immature.
Sure.
I had a bunch of teammates that wouldn't show up, or it was pulling teeth to get them to come to practice sometimes. So I understand, and you understand that, like, you're dealing with kids still, 17, 18 years old, but man, I wonder who it is, because we need everybody if we're going to beat the Utes.
Yep. About 2-touchdown underdog right now for Saturday night. All right, trivia coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
Oh no, it's the attack of Zombie Auto.
Deals. Auto wants deals.
Well, good thing Foundation Chevrolet has the best deals during Truck Month. Like the all-new 2026 heavy-duty Chevy Silverado. Ready to haul tons of candy this Halloween season.
Auto loves deals.
Treat yourself to a tricked-out truck from Foundation Chevy. And together, let's drive.
Visit FoundationChevrolet.com and catch a ride. Ha 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 ha.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Chernak from Denver Regenerative Medicine. When it comes to healing, there's no one-size-fits-all. Every patient receives a unique treatment plan designed just for them. We use either your own stem cells or carefully selected donor cells to treat degenerative joints, torn muscles and ligaments, and even back injuries. Our goal is lasting healing without unnecessary surgery. And right now, we're offering 10% off treatments through October. Schedule your free consultation today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then, the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Need a new water heater? Euro Plumbing has lifetime warranties, great financing, and low pricing. 720-500-3000. 720-500-3000.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Archwell Health. Primary care for adults age 60 and older.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right. Hour number 3 here on a Thursday as we move the chains here towards the weekend.
We're getting into some rhythm.
Yeah.
Sean needs to learn from us. We're in some rhythm right now.
We're doing tempo.
Tempo.
We're doing tempo.
Let's go. Get on the ball.
All right. Thursdays at 4 o'clock during the football season are now for trivia. The morning show went 2-2 this morning. Dante, you heard the questions. Are they attainable?
The ones that they got?
No, the questions that they made for us today.
Oh, yeah. I think we got a good chance of putting in some more. They're good questions.
All right, well, go ahead, smash that music.
Question number 1.
Of the top 10 all-time college football passing yard leaders, 3 are currently playing in the NFL on active rosters, and 1 is currently an NFL head coach. Name these 4 former college quarterbacks.
Okay, so just to be clear, it's 4 top 10 all-time passers in college football history. 3 of them are currently in the NFL, and 1 of them is a coach in the NFL?
Yeah.
Correct.
Have that right?
Yeah, that's what I understand. It was yards, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Passing yards. The first name that comes to mind is Case Keenum, who I believe is still in the NFL.
He's with the Bears.
Yeah, he's a backup for the Bears.
Oh, he's a backup for the Bears.
Yeah.
I like that one.
What
I think I know the coach.
What he did at Houston was insane.
It was.
And I'm old enough to remember that air raid offense. It was psychotic. Case Keenum's got to be one of the names. You guys go with that?
He was undrafted, too. He went undrafted as well with Case Keenum.
Wow. All right, so
I know that. Come on.
Case Keenum.
And I think Dante and I are probably on the same page with the coach because he didn't say head coach.
Oh, no, it is a head coach.
Did you say head coach?
No, but it is a head coach.
Is it?
Kellen Moore?
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kellen
he for sure
Moore.
is.
Who did you think?
I was thinking Cliff Kingsbury.
I think it's Kellen Moore.
I think it's Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I like that.
again, because I remember watching him at Boise. I mean, he
Yeah.
was out of his mind there.
He was.
And he started, I think, all 4
He
years.
He did. So Kellen Moore is a really good one.
So we need 2 more.
Doesn't Bo Nix have to be up there? He played 6
Oh,
years.
Nix is good.
That is a good one.
And he tore it up at Oregon.
He did. It was
Did
2
he do
years.
enough at Auburn, though, to get up there?
I mean, he was starting. He started everywhere he went.
He did. He started 6 years.
He did. He had a strong start, and then his offensive coordinator left.
Yeah.
That's when he struggled.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's up there in terms of most games started.
Yeah, it's the most games
The
ever
most
started.
games.
63 games, I think it is.
Yeah.
So let's. I'm
I'm not going to lock it in, but I like having him there.
Yes. We'll put him down there. Bo Nix.
What about Mariota?
It's a good one, too. I just don't know if he did it long enough.
I was kind of thinking Baker.
Yeah.
Baker would
Yeah,
be a good
Baker
one.
Mayfield.
Started at Texas Tech for a year, and then I
Yeah.
think he started for 3 years at Oklahoma.
And his numbers were huge.
Yes.
Yeah, that Lincoln Riley offense was
Especially
crazy.
you get a year in the Texas Tech offense, the way they throw the ball around the yard. I mean, he's got to be in that conversation.
Yeah.
So we'll put Baker. We'll put him down, not firmly in yet. Maybe just another second.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jared Goff. Jared Goff, man, he started, and he was a starter as a rookie or as a freshman.
A Cal, right?
Cal.
Yeah.
He had that shootout against us. Remember that one shootout? It was Cephalua versus Jared Goff, and they went back and forth. I want to say like they combined for like 11 or 12 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah.
See, I would even think like Lawrence ahead of Goff.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Again, he was playing as a freshman, but he left
He
early.
left early, yeah, that just came to mind. He did leave early. I mean, Burrow didn't play long enough.
No.
No.
Yeah, the 1 year, but
So
I don't think it'd be Lamar.
No, I don't think
no,
it was Lamar either.
no,
Josh?
no,
No.
Drake May.
no.
No.
Did he say start? He didn't say starting quarterback.
He didn't.
Nope.
What about Kyler Murray? Or did
I don't
Kyler
think he
do
played
too
enough
much with
years.
his legs as well?
I think he did a lot with his legs, but I also think he was sitting behind Baker
Yeah.
for at least one of those years.
No, I
Yeah,
think you're right.
I think you'd have to be a 4-year player to be on this
Okay,
list.
what about Tua or Jalen Hurts?
No.
I don't
No.
think either of them.
No.
I would go Mariota over anyone
I
else
would
that
too.
we've named
Okay.
recently.
Jameis? He left
He
early,
only
He
played,
left early,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
but he was a star right out of the gate.
The only reason I say Mariota is because he's, man,
I mean, he won the Heisman.
Yeah.
He played a lot of football games.
Yeah.
I mean, the other one we haven't named Mahomes. Texas Tech was throwing the ball all over.
Ooh.
They were.
But I think I like Nix and I like who was the other one? Baker.
Baker,
more.
yeah,
I
I
do too.
agree. You want to bump Baker up into the guaranteed spot?
Yeah.
I'm good with just going those two.
I actually am as well.
Case.
So Case Keenum, Kellen Moore, Baker Mayfield, and
Bo Nix.
do we want to go Bo?
I think we go Bo.
That's Bo.
Man,
I don't
I mean, is
think
there
it's
anyone
Bo.
we've said that you like more than Bo?
like Goff is
Yeah,
kind of
Jared-
hanging
Jared
there.
What about Caleb Williams?
He left early.
No, yeah.
I just think it's like Jared.
And he only got a
Jared
half a
Goff,
year.
He didn't have running ability.
No.
My man
No.
just sit there like a statue and throw the ball all game.
But I don't know if his numbers were like
Stafford
like that.
at Georgia.
I don't know if you threw it enough because they ran the ball a lot.
Yeah,
there.
they did. Yeah.
I'm thinking of like the schools that throw it a lot, like Oklahoma, Oregon, Texas Tech.
I think it's gonna be like Big 12 guys.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
too.
yeah. It's going to be some backup that we're not thinking of. All right, well, we can't do this all day. So Case Keenum, Kellen Moore, Baker Mayfield. Should we go with Bo? This is top 10 passer, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, let's go Case Keenum, Kellen Moore, Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix. Final answer, send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer: Dylan Gabriel, Baker Mayfield, Kellen Moore, and Bo Nix.
Oh.
Wait, so Case Keenum wasn't...
Case Keenum was not on the list.
Wait, what? Case Keenum's not a top 10 passer in the history of college football?
Guess not. I'll look it up.
Or is he not active?
I mean, dude, you can knock me over
let's
the
throw the
feather
challenge
if
flag.
Case Keenum is not. Yeah, throw the challenge flag. If
He's
Case
the backup.
Keenum's
He's the
not.
backup for the Bears.
Well, is he the backup? Because Tyson Bagent, I think, is actually technically the backup.
Ooh.
Is Case Keenum the third quarterback? I don't know. I'd have
Is
to
that
look
why
it
he
up.
said on an active roster?
He might have. We might have gotten busted on our technicality there.
That is definitely a technicality.
But honestly,
I'm seeing on ESPN's website he's on the roster.
Okay, is he
Like,
a
you
top
go-
10 passer?
Well, I don't know about that. I didn't look that up.
I'll look it up when we break.
Man, I'm going to be stunned if Case Keenum's not a top 10 passer in college history.
I know.
It's like
And that offense at Houston,
right.
I mean,
I thought for a while he was the all-time leader.
I know.
With like Timmy Chang, the Hawaii coach. This doesn't feel right.
and although I'll be honest, I wouldn't have had Dylan Gabriel, even though maybe we should have.
No.
because He tore it up at UCF, then tore it up at Oklahoma,
then,
and then went to
yeah.
Oregon and did the same thing.
Case Keenum's number 1 all time.
Oh.
I think we might have a what was your guy?
Jason Witten.
Yeah, I think we might have a Jason Witten here.
I think we do.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we do.
He must be inactive.
No,
because you would know that, though, right? Like, they would have known that. Mike
All right, well, the
would've
list
known.
I have actually has Baker at 11. So I think we could just throw challenge flags all over the place.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
This is not on the up and up. All right, we'll put a pin in this. We'll return to it. Let's try to squeeze in one more question here. Go ahead, Dante.
Question number 2. Since 1990, 9 teams have won more than one World Series. Name 8 of them.
Okay, hold on. Can you play the question one more time, Dante?
Question number 2. Since 1990, 9 teams have won more than one World Series. Name 8 of them.
Okay.
All right, the first the first team that jumps into mind is the Blue Jays, because I
Correct.
think they went back to back in like 92, 93.
That's exactly right. Yep.
The New York Yankees are definitely.
Yep.
They won 3 in a row, and they actually
Almost
won 4,
won-
I think, since
No.
then, because they won it in
Oh, yeah.
2000. They won 3 in a row. I think 96, 97, 98.
Yep.
Didn't win it in 99, won it in 2000 in the Subway Series.
Yep.
And Dante says, I don't know about baseball.
Oh,
Very
there we go.
interesting.
What
Who's
about
Joe
Boston?
Girardi?
Well, they have more than They have more than 4. They won in 09 as well.
I just put on a clinic there.
What about Boston?
Actually, I don't think you were right. I think the Marlins won 97.
They did. The Marlins did win 97. Yankees won 98, 99, and 2000.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Um,
Boston has won 3.
Okay, so Boston, Toronto,
The Marlins.
New York,
The Marlins.
Marlins,
The Dodgers.
Dodgers,
The Giants.
Giants.
Did the Dodgers?
Yeah, we already
Yes.
said
Yeah,
they won
yeah.
the COVID year.
Oh, the COVID year.
baseball,
Yeah.
the COVID
Well, the COVID. all right.
When they told Justin Turner he couldn't celebrate with his teammates.
Correct.
Because he popped
No,
a COVID test in the middle of the game.
that?
No, he couldn't play in the game, but he could celebrate with them after.
Unbelievable. Just keep your mask on. You're good, though.
Yeah. St. Louis Cardinals are another one.
Yes, St. Louis.
So
yes.
that's 7 right there. Did we say the Astros yet?
Nope.
No,
Do they
we
have-
didn't.
Astros. They've won twice.
Astros. And then who's the other, just for style points? Because we feel good about these, right? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what about like Tampa?
Tampa's never
They
won.
have 0.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They've never won.
Who am I thinking of?
Do the Braves? Or just the one?
The Braves
it's
only
just
have
the one.
No, the Braves
No, they have 2 because they
do
won a
have
couple
2.
years ago, and then they won with like
95.
the Glav and Maddox.
Yes, because they got that one. They went to like 4.
Yes, the
Lost
Atlanta
3. More history.
We have all 9. Yep.
Are you pretty good at?
So the bonus is Braves.
Yeah, Braves would be the 9th.
We're settling scores here during the question.
I know.
No, Zach's really good at history when teams lose 3 championships in a row.
Oh, wow. It was 4, Dante. It was 4. Thank you. behind the scenes here, Dante yesterday said, I don't know if Zach would know this, but Drew, and then asked a question about Joe Girardi, as if I didn't know Joe Girardi. Like, what the hell?
Zach, sit this one out.
Joe Girardi. I didn't know Joe. What the heck? All right, let's go. It's the Cardinals. It's the Red Sox. It's the Blue Jays. It's the Yankees. It's the Marlins. It's the Dodgers. It's the San Francisco Giants. It is the Astros, and it's the Braves. That's all 9 of them, Mike. Fire away. Send it in.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answers: the Yankees, San Francisco, Boston, the Dodgers, Houston, St. Louis, the Marlins, Atlanta, and Toronto.
Literally clean sweep.
Unbelievable.
Nice. That feels good. I like that. Do that to me again.
Try to get us with an 8-piece.
All right.
Got them all.
We will finish up coming up next.
Do Bo Nix and the Broncos learn something about themselves with a win over the Giants?
Bo Nix is clutch. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And this team is going to know that when they're down, they're never out. After 2 fourth-quarter, 14-plus point comebacks, this team's going to feel like we've always got a chance.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's up, guys? Phillip Lindsay here, and I want to tell you about my new obsession, and that's with Daisy's French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching any big-time game. And now that Daisy's has come out with the delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip, these are definitely game changers that you're not going to want to miss out on. They're as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you can find in your own kitchen. So if you want to be blown away like I was, then you need to give Daisy's French Onion Dip a try today. You can find Daisy's French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Hey, Stoke here. If you need a hip or knee replacement surgery, check out Colorado Joint Replacement. They're home to some of the top trained surgeons in the state using the latest technology. Their expert surgeons offer the most innovative joint replacement care in the Front Range. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
Fall means football, and at Postman Law, we know winning matters. Our attorneys have won more than $3 billion for our clients, delivering the results they need when life gets tough. Car crash, workplace injury, serious accident. We know the insurance company's playbook, and we're here to help rewrite it for you with speed, ease, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
What if you could delay your next 2 mortgage payments? That's right. Imagine putting those 2 payments in your pocket and finally getting a little breathing room ahead of the holidays. It's possible when you call American Financing today. If you're feeling stretched by everyday expenses, groceries, gas, bills piling up, you're not alone. Most Americans are putting these expenses on credit cards, and credit card rates are insane in the 20s or even 30s. American Financing can show you how to use your home's equity to pay off that debt with rates in the low 5s. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are helping homeowners just like you restructure their loans and save money every month, all without upfront fees. Their customers are saving an average of $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise without having to change jobs. Call American Financing before it's too late at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code for my friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro. On them, it's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement. iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99, and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, so we did some research here, and it didn't take too long to figure out. Our friends in the morning just fumbled that first question, which was, hey, who are the four of the top 10 all-time passers in college football? Are still active. One's a coach in the NFL, and three others are active. And I don't think they took into account that Case Keenum is still active. He's the third-string quarterback for the Chicago Bears, and he is literally the all-time leading passer in the history of the sport. So we will.
And Baker was what, 11?
Yeah, Baker was not inside the top 10. So that was just a mishandled. We will show them grace that they would not show us. All right, so we will take the high road. We'll give ourselves the W. We're 2-0. Dante, hit the music. What do we got?
Question number 3 is a who am I? I was an All-American running back at Oklahoma State, an All-Pro in the NFL, a part of the 90s All-Decade team, and a league MVP. My jersey number in college and the pros are both retired, and I'm in both the College and Pro Football Hall of Fame after being one of 7 Hall of Famers in my draft class. Who am I?
It's not Barry Sanders.
It's not Barry Sanders?
Nope.
Because
Barry Sanders would have been sooner.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So
no, he went to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
This is Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
It was a bad joke. He said Sooners.
Oh. So wait,
there's another Hall of Famer.
Can you go ahead and play the question again? There was a lot there.
I was an All-American running back at Oklahoma State, an All-Pro in the NFL, a part of the 90s All-Decade team, and a league MVP. My jersey number in college and the pros are both retired, and I'm in both the College and Pro Football Hall of Fame after being one of 7 Hall of Famers in my draft class.
Wait,
who am I?
Why can't that be Barry Sanders? He says he's on the 90s all-decade team.
But there was 2 running backs.
No, I know. Thurman Thomas is the other one.
Yeah. So it like Barry would have been first before Thurman Thomas, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
But why?
Wait, but didn't he say something about? Maybe I missed something. Maybe I misheard something about. Maybe I thought it was 80s instead of 90s or something.
No,
like
he says he's on the
Yeah.
all-decade team for the 90s.
Okay.
Barry Sanders would have been on the all-decade team
he
for the
would've.
90s.
Yeah, he would have.
Thurman Thomas wouldn't?
I think he probably would have been too, but probably not over Barry Sanders.
So you think they're trying to? The curveball is you.
I mean, I think it's one of those two.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's
one of those.
Thurman Thomas or Barry Sanders. I just don't know
why it wouldn't be Barry Sanders.
I mean, Barry Sanders would be the one that's more apt to be in the College Football Hall of Fame because, I mean, we were talking about Ashton Genty trying to match his season from the late 80s. So if any of those two, Thurman Thomas is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
My Uncle Thermal.
Oh,
The
damn,
Thermal.
how many uncles do you
So
have?
many uncles. But does that make sense?
No,
like,
it makes sense. Maybe I'm like, my first thought was Barry Sanders. But I feel like that's what he wants us to think. That's like, so okay, Thurman Thomas was right there with Barry, not as good as Barry, but he had a great career in the Hall of Fame,
yes.
even in college.
I just don't know if Thurman Thomas is in the College Hall of Fame.
Well, think about it. So there's, what do you say, one of 7 Hall of Famers in his class, in his draft class?
Yeah.
So who had the better draft class? Because what year did Thurman come out?
Man, I don't know, Drew.
Barry Sanders was like 88, 89, I think.
But I think Thurman Thomas was right around the same time frame.
Yeah.
Well, I think Thurman replaced him, right? Didn't Thurman replace Barry Sanders at Oklahoma State?
I forget the order of operations, but I know like Thurman Thomas is in the NFL winning the MVP in 1991.
No, for sure. But it's, I'm with you now. Like, I'm starting to think it's Barry.
I think it's Barry.
Yeah, and I should know this, to be honest with you, because my cousin went to Oklahoma State, like quarterback there and stuff. So I should know this.
The other thing is, if it's the All-Decades team, I don't know if Thurman Thomas would be on the All-Decades team because Emmitt Smith would have to be there.
True.
And if you're picking Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas, I think you're picking Barry Sanders.
I'm with you.
I think.
No, I'm with you.
You guys good with Thurman Thomas?
No, let's go Barry.
Good with Barry Sanders?
I lean more towards Thurman Thomas.
Really?
Personally. Yeah.
What's the differentiating thing that has you leaning Thurman?
I think just the Hall of Famers in his class. I think Thurman may have had more Hall of Famers in that class for just some goofy reason. I don't know why. I feel like maybe in the 1990 might have been his draft year or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God.
I like Barry.
Maybe
man.
you're right. Maybe they want us to pick Barry and it's Thurman, and it's a way to stick it to me because he's a Bill, and I'm not answering the question. I'm
Dante,
serious.
you're awfully quiet over here.
I mean, I don't really have a dog at this point. I don't have a feel anyway, but I do feel like they are trying to trick us more likely than just have it be Barry Sanders.
And just for
I was so on Thurman Thomas, but now, like, after what you were said there, it's like, okay, why not Barry? He's the easy one, and they like to give us the ones where we have to think, but it ends up being the easy.
Holy God. All right, we got to go. Let's do
Barry.
Barry?
Let's do Barry. Talk like
you
Barry.
you guys outnumbered me, so go for it. Barry.
See, but you're isolating yourself.
Yeah.
You're isolating yourself.
We're in this together, Drew.
We're in this together. You guys feel
God
good about
almighty.
you guys feel better about Barry, I think, than I do about Thurman. So I think let's go with
I don't
Barry.
know how great I feel about Barry. Let's we'll go Barry, Phil.
Let's go Barry.
Let's go Barry
Come on
Sanders.
now.
I guess final answer. God almighty, send it in.
Come on, baby.
It's gonna be Thurman Thomas. Are we sure we want to do this?
Yeah. Let's just go.
All right, go Barry then.
Answer: Thurman Thomas.
Yep. See.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw up. Go ahead and fire the next question.
Here is your curveball question. What is the highest grossing movie that is an adaptation of a book? Is it Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2, 50 Shades of Grey, Hunger Games, Catching Fire, or Lord of the Rings, Return of the King?
My gut says Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. And I remember it had a clean sweep at the Academy Awards. I think it won like Best Actor, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best whatever the music thing is.
Score,
yeah. But man, 50 Shades of Grey had a run.
It did.
I mean, the popularity of that thing was insane.
That was when I was in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can imagine.
I vote for.
I don't want to.
I'll vote for Lord of the Rings. You guys, what do you guys think?
I kind of like Hunger Games. I feel like that thing was a monster.
And
It definitely was.
And later on as well, so may have made more money.
Yeah, more money.
And that was my differentiator between that and Harry Potter. Was that it came along later, maybe making more money.
Harry made.
I mean, you could make a case for all of them.
Yeah.
This is a toughie.
It is a toughie. I'm going to go with Lord of the Rings. You guys cast your vote.
You separate from us.
No. I just that's my vote.
All right, Phil, what do you got?
I like Lord of the Rings. I mean, you had no. Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. Look, because you sit there and you put it out there. But if it was up to me without knowing anything, I'm going Harry Potter.
So just stick with that then.
Okay,
Stick
Harry
with
Potter.
that. Drew?
And I still think 50 Shades of Grey.
All right, Dante?
I think it was Hunger Games.
Oh, God almighty. You can't make this up. I mean, God almighty.
We need like a wheel spinner or something like that.
I don't know.
Who's out of it?
Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Maybe we do lean Hunger Games just because it was a more recent movie.
Perfect. Send it in.
Let's do it.
Hunger Games.
Send it in, Jerome!
Answer? Hunger Games.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Good job, Dante.
Great job, DG. So we go 3-1 there?
Yeah.
3-1.
God, that one's going to stick in my craw, though.
Yeah.
That is going to stick
Thurman
in my
Thomas.
craw. Thurman Thomas.
Wow.
God almighty. All right, a story came out today that is off the wall, behind your back, and under the table. And it's got real Denver connections. And it's next.
The Fan Flyaway is back. Presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
What's going on, fellas? If you're driving down the street right now and you're like, man, why do I feel like my energy is just down? Then you probably need to take a visit to the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where they're experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They've successfully treated tens of thousands of men that are dealing with low T, and a lot of these men have seen amazing differences that these treatments can make in their life. And if you're like a lot of these men out there, within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return, the brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will the workouts. And gentlemen, that sex drive that you desire so much will also be significantly enhanced as well. All I need you to do is take the Low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do. Then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. There's 5 locations out there to serve you as well, gentlemen, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Announcing Williams Jewelers Annual Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show, October 23rd through 25th.
Come shop millions in estate, antique, pre-owned jewelry, and diamond rings that are precious, rare, and truly collectible.
Art Deco and Art Nouveau pieces, including signed Cartier, Van Cleef, Tiffany, David Webb, and many, many more.
If you're a jewelry collector, you don't want to miss it.
Many of these fine crafted treasures could not be duplicated today. Most are handcrafted and one of a kind.
Williams Jewelers Annual Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show. 3 big days only, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, October 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
You can't miss us. We're on the corner of Bellevue and Broadway in beautiful Inglewood.
Williams Jewelers Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show.
It's Denver's estate jewelry event of the year.
Don't miss it.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, on the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, where Colorado shines.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on the Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, real quick before we shift gears, man, you talk about, like, making things a little bit confusing. Well, one, they totally butchered the first question, all right? And, just incorrect and inconsistencies up and down. But it's okay. Mistakes happen. We're human.
Yeah.
All right, but not a good question.
Not a good
all good. So, but the Barry Sanders, Thurman Thomas one, like, literally, they said he's got to be a 90s all-decade team. 90s all-decade team. He's got to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Both are. College Football Hall of Fame. Both are. What was the other differentiating factor outside of the number of Hall of Famers in their draft class? They literally had no separation. The only, it was like a retired number, yeah. But the only differentiating factor between Sanders and Thurman Thomas was that Barry Sanders Thurman Thomas class had 7 Hall of Famers and Barry Sanders class didn't.
That's hard.
That's in the weeds right there. I mean, that's really
Very
in the
much
weeds.
So.
But all right, all good. 3-1. We'll take it absolutely. After they went 2-2 this morning. Okay, a story came out today that is off the wall, behind your back, and under the table, and it's got real Denver connections. Man, this story is wild. With our own guy, Chauncey Billups, and Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat, both arrested today. Arrested as part of a wide-ranging investigation relating to illegal sports betting and rigged poker games backed by the mob. Billups and Rozier among 34 people arrested today. All right, years-long investigation culminating today, covering 11 different states, involving tens of millions of dollars. All right, 4 different mafia families. I mean, we're talking La Costa Nostra here, literally. That family's involved here.
I thought the mafia has kind of died down. They've just been hiding.
Yep. And
simple as that.
That's right. A quote, mind-boggling amounts of fraud. According to the indictment, Rozier and other defendants had access to private information known by NBA players and NBA coaches that was going to affect the outcome of the game. This was the Jonte Porter thing all over again with Terry Rozier specifically, and it's wild because this network actually spreads to the very network that was involved in the Jonte Porter thing. So between MPJ's brother and that Denver connection and Chauncey Billups and his, deep roots in Denver, this is insane. A U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of New York, Joseph Nocella Jr., called it, quote, one of the most brazen sports corruption schemes since online sports betting became widely legalized in the U.S. Billups was arrested in the state of Oregon today, charged in a separate indictment alleging a wide-ranging scheme to rig underground poker games that were backed by mafia families. Our own Chauncey Billups doing this with the mob. Defendants are accused of using technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in the New York area. Some of the details from these rigged poker games that Chauncey Billups and a former NBA vet Damon Jones were involved in include X-ray machines built into the tables to read face-down cards, contact lenses and glasses that read pre-marked playing cards, secret cameras and card trays. I mean, Phil, this is really, really, really bad.
Yeah, it's bad. And the thing is, like for me personally, it's like I know Chauncey on a personal level.
Yeah.
And so when you're hearing all this, you don't want to believe it. Like this is not him. This is not the guy that I know. The guy that I grew up like idolizing and he has given back to the community so much. A guy that has texted me just to see how I was doing, or if I needed something, I could always text him back and he would give me good advice. Then you wake up this morning and you see Chauncey's face and his name, and it's like, hey, he's involved in a scandal with the mafia.
Crazy.
And somebody out there may say, well, why are these players doing this? Why are these players? They have millions of dollars, and yet they're still betting, and yet they're still having to do certain things that you wouldn't have to do because you're making that money already. The only thing that comes to my mind when you're dealing with players that have already made a lot of money and have been there is they owe a favor. They got in with the wrong type of people.
Yep.
And you're talking about the mafia now.
Yeah. Bad people, man.
Bad people.
Yeah.
People that, like, if you disrespect them or don't do what they want you to do because you owe them a favor, they can hurt you.
It's glorified in the movies, but in reality, it's
scary.
It's scary.
And so I'm disappointed because I never thought that I would see Chauncey Billups' name come across the screen.
No.
But also, it's like, it's scary and it's sad for his family because it's like, what are they going through? What is he going through? What's going to happen next for him? It just sucks.
It does on so many levels. Here is a member of the FBI this morning talking about this case.
The defendants in this case are Eric Ernest, Marvez Farley, Shane Hennon, De Niro Laster, Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach, and Terry Rozier, a current NBA player. Other co-conspirators were previously charged for their roles in the scheme, including former NBA player Jonte Porter.
Here's more.
They relied on corrupt individuals, including Jones and Rozier. They also misused information obtained through long-standing friendships that they had with NBA players and coaches. And in at least one instance, they got their information by threatening a current player, Porter, because of his pre-existing gambling debts.
And this is where it gets really scary, because you start flirting with this, and then you make one or two decisions, and now you're in. And you can't get out. And if you want to get out, you need to pay off your debts. And the way to pay off your debts is to sabotage your own performance in an NBA game. And if you don't want to know what comes next. And it's as wild of a story as you'll hear. Here's more from Shams Charania this morning on ESPN.
Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier have both been arrested this morning. Billups at around 6 a.m. in Portland, Oregon, and Rozier around 6 a.m., I'm told, in Orlando, where the Heat were playing last night. Rozier's been arrested for his involvement in alleged sports gambling, prop bets, and Billups, ABC News is reporting, is tied to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. And so the FBI has been investigating this situation for several months. In Rozier's case, at least 2 years.
And here's a little bit more from Shams.
This is seismic news in the NBA for a sitting NBA head coach in Chauncey Billups to be arrested, taken into custody for alleged illegal gambling, as well as Terry Rozier for sports betting, allegedly. 2 arrests made this morning. There are expected to be numerous arrests also tied to both of these situations.
Just incredible. Just incredible.
Well, the question becomes, like, what's next? Who else is going to get caught?
Yeah.
Because it's not just them, Zach. You know, it's these players all across, not just the NBA, the NFL, NHL. Like, it's going to be scary to see what's going to happen next, because there's going to be more coming out.
Well, you're seeing videos popping up of Terry Rozier, and it's like, whoa, when you look back on it, it's like, oh my gosh, he's just throwing it to the other team, taking himself out of games early like Porter did, like Jonte Porter did. And then with the Billups stuff, man, I was watching a snippet from a podcast from 2023. That's a poker podcast, and they were saying, again, this is years ago, going on 3 years ago, they're saying, we have heard that there is a rigged poker game that started in started in Los Angeles, moved to Vegas, and it was bouncing around the country, and they knew it was rigged from people that were deep into that world, and the people who found out about it weren't in a position to out them, because the people who would be outed would not handle that lightly.
So what you're pretty much saying is Chauncey would be that person that can't rat somebody out because he's part of it.
Or like the people who are getting their money taken from them.
Okay.
You want to step up and say, hey, you cheated. Hey. And they say, well, what are you going to do about it? Because then the real work starts for that life.
But it also shows like if you said that podcast came out in 23.
Yeah.
And you don't think someone like Chauncey would see it and be like, okay, like, uh-oh.
Right.
Like they're on to me. But when you're dealing with the mafia, does it matter? You have to do your job. You owe them. My guess, if you're dealing with the mafia, you owe them.
It's crazy, man. I want to say this before we shift gears, because this was so disappointing. And so many people around here care about Chauncey Billups on a deep, deep level, yourself included. And I've had great interactions with. I was just playing basketball with his brother 48 hours ago, Rodney. I love Rodney, and I love Chauncey. And it's possible for someone to screw up. It's possible for someone to maybe even hurt you and still love them. Yep. And I know that's where a lot of people are today with Chauncey. And so you want to say anything else on this before we move on?
No, you're right there. That was powerful right there. Like, people are going to make mistakes, and I still care for Chauncey, and I'm always going to be there if he ever needs anything or wants to text. And It's just disappointing in like the actions.
Yeah.
We just don't know what goes on in people's life.
Yep.
Everybody's dealing with a demon.
Everyone is dealing with a demon.
You know,
and he, without sin, go ahead and cast that first stone. All right, one of the most anticipated seasons in Nuggets history begins tonight. Can a fallen champion reclaim their throne? Also, talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the firepower that they're bringing in. We'll get to all of that as we are on the doorstep of 30 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Do the Broncos need to rip one particular play out of their playbooks?
Bubble screens, no bubble screens. If they're not working and all we're doing is throwing for 1, 0 yards, minus yards, then stop running the darn things. And if they're not able to do it and block it up, simple stuff, then you got to stop running.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Big deals on windows and siding. Order in October, finance with them, and pay nothing until November 2027. Be warm for the holidays. Call 5280 Exteriors. Low monthly payments. 5280 Exteriors. The altitude of quality.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Are joint pain or injuries keeping you from living your best life? I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. We don't believe in one size fits all. Instead, we create personalized stem cell treatment plans using your own stem cells or donor cells to help regenerate joints, repair torn muscles and ligaments, and restore mobility. For a limited time, get 10% off through October. Don't wait. Book your free consultation now at denverregen.com. That's denverregen.com.
If you've been injured in Colorado, you want Wilhite. After an accident, you want Colorado's accident experts on your side, the Wilhite Law Firm. Get your free case review right now. Just call 303-GOOD-LAW today or visit wilhitewins.com and win big with Wilhite.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks,
Heating and Air.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code HEAT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code HEAT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code HEAT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Need a new water heater? Euro Plumbing has lifetime warranties, great financing, and low pricing. 720-500-3000. 720-500-3000.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
This and we'll get to Nuggets here real quick, but this sports gambling story, it's got webs, man. It's got webs, because now like there is a potential accusation from Rachel Nichols of ESPN. Is she still with ESPN? I don't even know. I don't think she is actually. But Rachel Nichols, you guys know Rachel Nichols.
Yep.
That she may have insinuated that Gilbert Arenas, who has dealt with his own legal issues with high-stakes illegal gambling activities, she is insinuating that his own situation and him becoming willing to talk may have led to Chauncey Billups. So, because he was doing stuff with the feds, they brought up charges. I mean, this is not good.
So what you're saying is like Gilbert Arenas could be like, people are calling him a snitch. Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm
right.
hearing. Like,
Yes.
He's the one that told and got everybody in trouble.
Yes. And he said, like, earlier in the summer, I believe that like he would become Snitch Gil. That if it came to it. I'm telling you this.
Whoa.
I'm telling you the depths that I think of this that we're going to find out here over the coming months, if we're able to, and I think that we will be, just not good. And man, you get involved with this stuff.
I mean, like, and I don't want to harp on it because I know it's like this is a thick story and there's a lot to it. But like, is there at some point is the NBA, NHL, NBA, are they going to go away from the gambling?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So this is going to continue to happen.
There's a chance that it could, or that lessons get learned. So because we're so in the infancy of this. This has been what, maybe four years that's been legal here in Colorado. 5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, a Jersey just about 3 years ago. I mean, it started to fall like dominoes. But I bet you that. Man, we're going to learn some stuff. That's what I think. I think we're going to learn some stuff here over the coming months.
More names are going to come out. Old players, new players, coaches. Like, it's going to be wild, man.
Do you think there has been a scenario ever where an NFL game has been compromised?
Zach, you know how I feel about certain things, conspiracy theories and all that. Why would there not be? It's happened in boxing. That's a fact.
Totally.
Obviously, it's happened in the NBA. And you mean to tell me...
It's happened in baseball.
Baseball. You mean to tell me with a 60-minute football game and these kickers missing field goals and the referees and some of the calls that they make and the quarterbacks making bad decisions or a running back coughing the ball up in a bad, timely manner? Like, you don't think that some of that goes on? And then a bunch of these players already gamble. It's out there.
Yeah.
It's inhuman. You get stuck with the wrong crowd and they threaten you and your family. What are you going to do?
Oh, man.
You have no choice.
Right.
Scary, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right, let's shift gears away from that here. The Nuggets season begins tonight.
Let's go.
All right. It is one of the most anticipated seasons in the history of this organization. Can a fallen champion reclaim their throne? And I say that literally in terms of one of the most anticipated seasons because, one, you have the greatest player in the history of this organization who is smack dab in the middle of his prime, all right, playing the best basketball we've seen an individual play maybe ever. They've retooled the roster around him to a degree that is probably late. They probably should have done this. Not probably. They should have operated like this after their first championship with more veteran players and not operating this two-timeline thing, trying to defend a title and develop young players. The veteran nature of this group, this team, it's not a matter of how good if the Nuggets are going to be good. The Nuggets are going to be an excellent basketball team, barring some catastrophic injury, right? And so, knock on wood.
Knock on your head, Zach. Knock on your head. We can't have it.
But barring that, it's going to be an excellent team. It's just, can they achieve greatness, all-time greatness, and win a second title and widen their footprint within the history of a sport that is defined by wide footprints?
So, Zach, if that, we all know that's what needs to happen. In order for that to happen, what's the number one key thing throughout the season you're looking for? In order for this to be in a reality where Jokic is able to hold up another championship, where the Denver Nuggets are able to have 2 championships, which we should have, and we will as long as things go right. What's the number one thing that needs to happen?
You know, man, there's so many things here. God, there's so many things, so many directions I could take. We've never seen the head coach is going to coach in his 4th regular season game tonight with championship expectations. I mean, you could go that route.
Is he still considered a first-year head coach? By the way, I'm wondering.
That's a good question.
Is he considered a first-year head coach?
I think it's the first time in the history of the sport where a coach has started a season with more playoff games coached than regular season games coached.
David Adelman, that we're talking about.
God, that's a great question. I think so. I think he's coached 17 games.
17 games
for the Nuggets.
Meaningful games. Playoff time. For sure. But I would say my own personal definition, I guess, and I don't get to make it, I guess. But you're asking me, I'd say yeah. Okay.
What about you?
No, I'm going to go with that too. Like, this is his first year taking this team and kind of orchestrating how he wants it done. Kind of being if you have the little puppets, like
puppet
not
master.
Necessarily he's the puppet master because you're not controlling Jokic, but you're helping Jokic out.
Sure.
You're the mastermind for the offense, defense. What does that look like? So this is going to be his first time being the leader for a full 82-game season. And then, of course, when we get to the postseason, you have to do your job.
Well, but to answer your question, separate from Adelman, you could go that direction. I'll go with an old tried and true because I think it's true. Jamal Murray. If Jamal Murray can be the best version of himself, and what I saw in the playoffs a year ago simply wasn't, and I know that to be true because Jamal Murray weighs less right now before the season starts than he did at the end of a full NBA season.
See, that's wild to think.
It is, but it's just a fact. He looks 20 pounds lighter. And so, if there is only one scenario where the Denver Nuggets win a championship, it's Jamal Murray being the second best player. There is no player, as much as I admire Cam Johnson and Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown, there is one player that qualifies to be the second best player on a title team. Typically, Phil, that guy is a bona fide Hall of Famer. Typically, the second best player on a championship team. Jamal's never been an all-star. So, but the history of the league says, the second best player looks like Scottie Pippen, Kobe to Shaq.
Yeah.
I mean, pick a spur behind Duncan.
They have to be dominant, where you have Jokic out, but yet you can still win.
Yes.
With someone like, in this example, have to be Jamal Murray. You can still win that game and be confident that you can do that.
Yeah. It's very rare throughout the history of the league to find a championship team that doesn't have a Hall of Famer as their second best player. It happens once in a generation.
But Zach, with this one, in this case with the Nuggets, if you take Jamal out of it, you still have the other 4, Cam Johnson, you still got Christian Brown, who got that new deal.
Yep.
Give me a couple million, I'll be happy.
I may have inspired him the other day at the media game as he watched on. I'd like to think.
He was there watching ZV get the MVP.
My gosh.
But this team has depth. So you mean to tell me, like, say Jamal is the Jamal of last year, but you have depth. Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown. I almost said Christian Brown. Bruce Brown. You know, you have Julian Strawther and Peyton Watson, that dynamic there as they grow. JV.
Yeah.
Valanciunas.
Yeah.
Like, they can't still do it? They can't still get to the mountaintop even
No.
if like Jamal struggles in the postseason?
No, I don't believe it. The competition's too great. Oklahoma City's too good. Jamal needs to be the best version of himself, and he needs to hold his own self to a higher standard on the court and off of it. There was unprofessionalism happening with this basketball team a year ago, and I was so thankful that one of the first things that David Adelman said at his intro press conference was, we need to be a more professional basketball team. And I've got into it in the past, and I don't want to itemize it all right now, but the culture had slipped severely around here, and I believe that it's back. I really do. These guys that they brought in, these are all their basketball fits around Jokic, definitely, but they're all culture fits as well. And I thought Ben Tenzer and John Wallace, for never doing anything like this before,
man,
my goodness, and we'll see how it ages. But from where I sit right now, I just take my hat off. So I'm fired up. I think you could see a scenario where Jokic's numbers go down a little bit because of just how deep the team is. They should be winning games. It's been years since the Nuggets blew out their opponents. They just have not done that in years, and I think we're going to see more of that this year, more rest for Joker. The raw numbers should maybe go down a little bit, and it'll be a good thing.
I want to see ball movement. I want to see everybody. You were talking about this with the championship team. Everybody touched the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And the ball was getting out of their hands fast, and they were moving around, and the IQ there, they knew each other.
Yep.
I want to see that. Now, I know that it's going to take time to adjust. I know that this is a new lineup, and even for the second unit, it's going to take time to understand each other. But what I want to see is just over the time is everybody getting on the same page. The ball is moving around. You don't know who has it. And, of course, you have your boy Jokic, our boy Jokic, as the point man, just getting everybody involved. But that's what I want to see. Everybody touching that basketball, making it count when they do get the opportunity.
I use, on the heels of you saying that, the same word I used all throughout last season in what they were missing and what I believe that they will have this year, and that's the connectivity. Basketball is a game based off flow and connection. You've got to be a connected group. They were not a year ago, and I am so hopeful that that's the a hallmark characteristic of this team that we're going to watch tonight on national TV against the Golden State Warriors. All right, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. And we are also gearing up. So you got Nuggets starting tonight. You got the Avs going head-to-head with the Carolina Hurricanes in a throwback night.
Yeah, Carolina's 5-1, Avs 5-0-2.
Yep, you're
it's
on
it.
It's
going to be a good one. It's going to be a great one.
Marty Netchus against his old team.
I like the picture, by the way, you posted.
Thank you very much. Very kind of provocative. But, I'm a huge fan. I know the secret knock to get into the Marty party, and we'll see if he can continue that. He's got a point in every single game. Becoming a fan favorite here. So you have Nuggets tonight, Avs tonight, and then a massive football game looming on Sunday afternoon as the Dallas Cowboys come into Denver, Colorado for the first time in nearly a decade, as we are on the doorstep just a couple months from 2026. Last time the Cowboys were here was 2017. I was at that game, and it was my first ever Denver Broncos game, and I will remember it for the rest of my life.
Oh, you were a rookie at that time, right?
Definitely.
Ooh,
Definitely.
I remember that one, too. Of course, I was in college, and just to see that game, because Talib was still on the team.
Pick six.
Simeon.
Yeah,
okay,
Trevor,
Trev.
he threw 4 touchdowns that day.
And actually, that was my agent's quarterback. You know, my agent.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, that was his.
That was a client of
yeah,
his?
his client. Yeah, so Northwestern. So he was always bragging about him.
Yeah.
Until he wasn't any good anymore. That was fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that game, man. It was fun. It was fun to watch.
It was fun. Broncos won. Broncos have really dominated this matchup against Dallas. But this Dallas team, man, oh my goodness, like the way that they're moving the ball on offense. Well, they're the best offense in the league right now in terms of total offense. They're averaging 391 yards a game. And Dak Prescott, he has been a franchise quarterback for quite some time. He may be playing his best football of his career through the first 7 games of the NFL season, Phil.
Zach, 13 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
That's psychotic.
Like, come on. The man is on fire. And we know he's an elite quarterback when healthy. He's able to get the ball out of his hands. He makes great decisions. He is still athletic. Although he's a little older, he's still able to move around that pocket. So for this Denver defense, they're going to have to bottle up Dak Prescott. They're going to have to get pressure on him, which when you do that, though, you leave the cornerbacks one-on-one on that island. I can't wait to see this show because there's a lot of bragging going.
A
lot of bragging going on about this Denver secondary and specifically the cornerbacks. Well, now it's time to show up. You're going against the number 1 offense with two elite receivers. They're some bad dudes that finally have a quarterback when Dak Prescott. What do you guys look like when you're on that island one-on-one with these receivers?
Man, that is going to be the show within the show, the matchup within the matchup. You know, Pat Surtain against CeeDee Lamb. You know what Lamb will do, though? Lamb will line up inside.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I don't know how that's going to work. I know they'll have a plan for it, obviously. But Riley Moss against George Pickens. Do we realize Pickens has 6 touchdown catches in 7 games?
He's lighting it up.
He's already over 600 yards receiving, averaging almost 90 a game, 176 yards after the catch, 31 first downs. So he's got 36 receptions on the year. 31 of the 36 have gone for first downs. Riley Moss, George Pickens, that is, get your popcorn ready.
Oh, yeah, but the ultimate matchup, and you've been raving about the tight end, Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
That's going to be the matchup to watch because you don't have Dre Greenlaw. He's out. All right, Justin Sternad's a guy that you're going to have to rely on with the ability to cover, and Alex Singleton's going to have to do his job too. But, man, if you don't account for Jake Ferguson, it's going to be a long day for the Denver defense because it's going to the Dallas Cowboys will be able to get into a rhythm and stay on the football field by just feeding their tight end, who's also a guy that can break a tackle and go for another 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, and they're using him a lot right now, like underneath. You have like gravitational pull from CeeDee Lamb and Pickens, and it creates this like void. And I've seen that second level get exploited on the Broncos. So keep your eye out for Jake Ferguson, who, and I can't believe this is true, is off to the best start of a season in the history of the tight end position. That is a literal statement. He is the only tight end in the history of pro football with at least 50 catches and 6 receiving touchdowns in the first 7 games of a season.
Come on now.
I mean, you can't. It's not Travis Kelce, Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp. I mean, the list goes. It's Jake Ferguson who owns that title. And the Broncos historically have struggled with tight ends like Jake Ferguson. This is going to be a really, really tall task, the tallest yet for this Broncos defense.
But you know what? Good. We sit here and we praise the Denver Broncos defense and how they could be number 1, and they're getting these sacks, and they got over 30 sacks. You know, they have one of the best cornerbacks, if not the best cornerback in the league in PS2. People are raving about Riley Moss.
You said Riley Moss. Yes.
Look at
Got him, Coach.
I want to call him Riley Moss.
Hey, he's been great.
He has.
And I got into it with Will yesterday. I got into it with Will.
What happened? Because although I called him Riley Moss, I still have my doubts just because of who we have played so far. And what I mean by that is, okay, you go against somebody from the Tennessee Titans. There's not another receiver but Calvin Ridley, and PS2 was on Calvin Ridley majority of that game. You go to the Cincinnati Bengals. You have 2 elite receivers but no quarterback to throw to them. That changes. You go against the Eagles. Well, when you look at that Eagles game, Devontae Smith got the best of Riley. There was just a couple catches that didn't go the Eagles' way, or my guessing is the Eagles win that game. If you remember, Devontae Smith down the sideline catches that bomb on Riley Moss.
Yes.
Penalty because of Saquon.
He wasn't lined up right. He was down the left side of the line. Yeah, I remember the play.
We might lose that game because of that play.
Correct.
You know, you go to the Jets. There's really no number 2 receiver other than Garrett Wilson who's guarding in PS2. You go to who we just had, the Giants. There was no receiver 1 out there.
No.
So that's all I'm saying with Riley is like, what do you look like going up against an elite receiver core, but also an elite quarterback that can get them the ball.
Super fair points and well laid out. Kudos. That was good.
So what did you say? Let me hear this.
Well, no, Will yesterday was just making it sound like Riley Moss stinks.
Oh, no.
Riley Moss does not stink.
No.
Riley Moss is allowing the lowest completion percentage in the entire NFL for any starting cornerback. But when it doesn't go his way, it's loud. They're big plays. They're defensive pass interference. I'm not here to say that Riley Moss is
boss. That's boss to you.
Well, I'm the one who invented Riley Moss.
That's what I'm saying. That's boss to you.
I'm not here to tell you he's like God's gift to the cornerback position. Now he might be the fastest white Bronco since the chase with O.J. Simpson. But I'll say this: like he's grading out well. And if we are so hyped, we talked about this with Chad Anderson at the end of yesterday's show.
Yeah.
We're so focused on the Broncos, and we watch every game. We're in the trenches. And we break down every play. I mean, you're recalling plays from 3 weeks ago that I remember too, and we're just in the trenches with this team.
Nobody else is doing this.
No. But if we went and watched every other team and their second corner and what they look like, especially with the target share that goes Riley's direction because he is opposite of the Defensive Player of the Year, I just think we'd have a greater appreciation for Riley Moss. We do not see Riley Moss getting killed. We don't see him lost in coverage. Like when he has plays caught on him, he is there. He's just not, breaking up every single pass.
Well, there's a couple times where you look at Riley and like, man, if that ball wasn't overthrown, that's a big play.
That's football.
No, it is. It is. And he is going to continue to be targeted because nobody's going to want to throw PS2 away after a while now. They're going to try him.
Yeah, they have been.
CeeDee Lamb. Why would you not try him? Like, let's see what happens with that matchup. But for Riley Moss, knowing that you're going to be on the island because of how Vance Joseph does his defense, because you have to get pressure on Dak Prescott, because you have to account for Jake Ferguson, who's dominating at the tight end position, Riley Moss is going to have to hold his own on George Pickens. And at times, it's like, okay, are you up for that task?
Yeah.
Knowing like if you get beat off that line of scrimmage, it's gonna be a big time play, and Riley does give up those chunk plays, and that ends up being touchdowns if you're a really good offense like the Dallas Cowboys are.
This is without a doubt the toughest task for this defense, and we're going to see like what this defense is truly made of. This is a real test, and I'm not picking on the Broncos defense, but I'm providing context when I say that the teams that they have beaten and where the defense has really shined, especially when getting after the quarterback, it's Cam Ward in his first game.
Rookie.
And whose coach got fired a month later. Jake Browning, who was benched right after the game.
Back up.
Justin Fields, who was also promptly benched after the game. They sacked him 9 times.
Yeah, they still don't know who's going to start that game because Tyrod has a little knee issue.
Right.
So he would have been benched.
So, and then Jackson Dart in his 4th start. That's not a murderer's row of quarterback. Dak Prescott playing at the highest level of his career, arguably, and those receivers and that tight end, and that running back.
Oh, what's that man's name over there?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But
the same guy everybody was out on. Don't worry. Like there's context.
Oh, and I'm raising my hand.
Not,
I mean,
like, come on. Even
dude.
I was one like, all right, you're getting opportunities. It wasn't like our boy Javonte Williams, former Denver Bronco, drafted in the 2nd round. George probably mad because it's like, hey, this is the guy that I envisioned being here for a very long time. Now he's out there doing it with the Dallas Cowboys. But Javonte was getting his opportunities.
He was.
Here,
oh, he was.
And still didn't look good.
No, they gave him 2 years after the injury. 2 years. And he went 350 carries without a run that went for 22 yards. And I was making a video for social media today that I posted on Instagram that
who do we follow?
You can follow me at zby23 and you see the video on a reel. But what I did is I went back and looked at some of Javonte Williams like rookie highlights. Man, he was a problem. Leading the league in broken tackles. And the video that I posted was him against the Ravens where he's like dragging 3 Ravens 12 to 15 yards in a way that doesn't look humanly possible. His knee explodes. He wasn't the same, doesn't have the same explosion.
Yeah.
They gave him a 2nd year after the injury. He lost some weight. We were hopeful. We were optimistic. He just didn't have the juice. But you look at the Cowboys and you watch him play. And Phil, he looks like he is like physically invigorated. He's breaking tackles in a way that I didn't see Javonte Williams break a tackle for 2 years.
He
dude.
looks great. He looks great physically, like you just got done saying, but also mentally. He seems like he's in a better mental space where it's like he's having fun again. And that's what happens when it's like a change of scenery where you're able to grow, where you have a team that believes in you. Because obviously, if they pick you up in the first wave of free agency, which Javonte Williams was picked up, then they have a vision for you. Now, I don't know if their vision was he was going to start, but they said, hey, you're a tough runner coming off a knee injury. This is your second year off your knee injury, so you're going to be a lot better. And you're young, and you're a second-round draft pick, so let's see what you can do. Well, right now, Javonte Williams is like, hey, I'm doing the damn thing because I'm getting the opportunities, because you guys have this vision and you guys are letting me do this because I feel comfortable and I feel better with my knee, and you're seeing it out there. He's breaking the tackles.
Yes.
He's busting for 50, 30, 50, 60-yard runs.
Phil, he had a 66-yard run this year.
He's scoring the touchdowns in the red zone, which he wasn't doing here in Denver last year. So it does feel good to see Javonte Williams out there being successful, because a lot of people were down and out on him, which I understand why. You weren't getting it done here the last 2 years when you were getting 15 to 20 carries. But now he's with Dallas and he's doing better. And I have to give a shout out to Dallas's offensive coordinator, Zach, because he was my former running backs coach and also former offensive lines coach with the Colorado Buffaloes, and he was the offensive line coach with the Indianapolis Colts, and that's Clayton Adams. And so for what he has done with this Dallas offense in his first year as an offensive coordinator, it's fun to watch. And just his growth and knowing like what he was as a running back coach. Then he got moved because Darian Hagan ended up being our running back coach, which was a great move because for Clayton Adams, the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, he was an offensive lineman at Boise State center. Very smart, understood how to the pass protection, understand how to teach running backs how to block. But we needed something else there at the running back room that Darian Hagan gave us that Coach Adams couldn't. But Coach Adams changed that offensive line that next year that he was with the offensive line and helped us in 2016 get to a Pac-12 championship. He goes to the Colts, I think a couple other teams, and now he's getting his opportunity as an offensive coordinator, and he's taking it and running with it, and he's looking good as of right now.
You are not kidding. I mean, it does not. I mean, one, the Cowboys are just a better football team than I had thought.
Yeah.
And I think most people thought. But to have a first-time head coach and a first-time NFL offensive coordinator and to be averaging 390 yards a game in offense is pretty impressive. Here was Sean Payton yesterday on if Dallas's high-powered offense makes it change the play calling early in the game this week.
I think very much so. You know, they've got a lot of guys playing well at a high level, and especially when, you know, the receivers are all healthy, and they are. So they're doing a lot of things well, and it's a completely different team than the week before, and so the approach changes, and we're at work right now preparing for it.
Toughest task so far, along with Philadelphia, of the season. Broncos are a favorite. Dante, do you mind pulling up the number, what it is currently? But I think it was like 3.5, I want to say, which honestly kind of surprised me. The total on the game, I want to say, is about around 50, which is a really, I think at 51, I think it's
So when you say 3.5, is it surprising you in a bad way, good way?
I just thought that because the Broncos have been so challenged offensively, and defensively they have gone up against not quite a murderer's row, that this would be like Broncos as a 1-point favorite, not over a field goal. Okay, so it's the number's 3.5, and the total is 50.5. So I'm looking at the Broncos offense this year, and I'm like, how could the total be that high? So the experts, the odds makers, are expecting this to be a higher scoring game than we're accustomed to for the Broncos.
Well, it comes down to Dallas's defense. Dallas's defense is not very good as of right now, especially stopping the run. So for Bo Nix, if you're going to get going, this is the time to do it. Sean, if you're going to put together a great game plan and get this offense back on track, this is the team to do it on. And you're playing this game at home, where you have your fans, where you have the altitude for your advantage. So go out there and put some drives together. Go out there and stick with the run. Establish the run early so that you can build off of that and get Bo Nix going. Take some pressure off him early because for the Dallas Cowboys, they're like, we got to get pressure on Bo Nix. They're going to go zone and they're going to do some zone blitzing because Bo has struggled with reading zone blitzes for some reason. I have to dissect that or ask why that is. So for this offense, specifically for Denver's offense, they got to get going, man.
They have
if you
to.
can't do it against Dallas, who's struggling to stop the pass in the run, then who are you going to do it against?
Well, I feel like we just had this conversation because the Jets had the 31st ranked offense, and we said if they can't get it together, and the score was like 13-11. But your point is well taken. Eventually, this Broncos offense has to figure it out. So check this out. The Broncos' run game is averaging 133 yards a game. It's the 6th best mark in the NFL. It's the strength of the offense. Do you guys out there within the sound of my voice think that the Detroit Lions have a good running game?
Oh, dominant.
Right?
Dominant. They're fun to watch.
The Broncos are averaging the same number of yards per game on the ground. Same.
It's crazy.
They're separated by a yard per game. Okay? And then you look at the explosive runs for the Denver Broncos. All right? Here's a stat for you. Remember this so you can tell your friends. Broncos have recorded 26 run plays that have gained 10 yards or more. That's the 3rd most in the NFL this season. Yet Sean Payton has still been reluctant to truly lean in and embrace the run game. And I hope we see a shift in that department on Sunday because the Cowboys, by the way, are giving up 141 yards a game, ranked 30th in the NFL.
Zach, I feel like, just like you told me, I feel like we've been talking about, I hope Sean obeys his eyes and sticks with the run. I hope Sean sticks with the identity of this team, this offense right now, which is running the ball and leaning on this offensive line, but yet he will not do it. All right, our boy J.K. Dobbins, who's having a phenomenal year so far, 81 yards, 14 attempts, 81 yards last week, and the carries kind of were scarce.
I think it was 14.
Yeah, it was 14. It was like a 5 here, 2 in the second quarter, 4 in the third quarter. It was like spread out, way too spread out. But with that being said, JK is still taking advantage of his opportunities. JK has only got to 20 attempts one time this year, and we don't have a good backup as of right now. RJ Harvey is not it as of right now. He's young. I know it takes time to develop, but you need somebody else that can give JK a breather. But so for me, it's like you don't obey your eyes if you're Sean. And your run game is doing well. So what's the issue? Is it because you don't want to? You want this to be about the Sean Payton Bo Nix show? Or is it just because you like it's just hard for you to get a run scheme going that you're confident in the whole game? What is it, Zach?
I just think that Sean Payton sees the game through the eyes of a quarterback, always has and always will. And I think about Shador, just popped in my head. The amount of times that Shador...
That man living rent-free in your head, huh?
No, like the amount of times that they would run an RPO. I don't think I ever saw Shador just hand it off.
He never
did.
He
always pulled the ball and threw it because he's a quarterback. If you're giving him the option to throw it, he's going to throw it. And I think that Sean just gets caught up in his just viewpoint of the game of football. I don't think it's sinister. I don't think he's like purposefully hating on J.K. Dobbins. I do think a part of it has to do with his love for Bo and his undying belief in Bo and his shot calling with Bo. I do believe that.
Isn't that isn't this a situation where aren't we a little nervous? Like we can lose games because of this. Because you decide not to stick with the run. That's something that's working, that can move the chains for you, that can control the clock. That you rather, and we're speculating here, but like we're watching these games, so obviously he wants to pass. He let Bo throw 50 times against the Giants. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But you rather have your agenda be over the team. You rather go in there with the thought process of I have to throw 50 times and make sure Bo is the man over, hey, maybe let's just run the clock out, or let's hand the ball off in the red zone or on the 1 yard line so that we can win, so that we can be up so our defense doesn't have a bunch of pressure put on them. Come on. I'm still pissed off about that. I know JK is if I'm mad.
Well, I'll tell you this. Last year, you agree the Broncos have a good defense, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the Broncos have a good defense. We agree on that. The Broncos have a good run game. Yes. Broncos are the 6th in the NFL right now in rushing yards per game. Okay, so your top 10 rushing team, you have a good defense. Tell me why Bo Nix is top 5 in the league in attempts then. Think about how psychotic that is.
Yeah, I'm having the process that. I'm a little slower. Go ahead and give it to me again.
Last year, Bo Nix was 6th in attempts as a rookie.
Yes.
That was unhealthy. He's throwing it more when you actually have the 6th best running attack in the NFL and one of the league's best defenses, but you're actually throwing it more than you did a year ago.
So you would think if that was the case, and this is the case, why does Bo Nix not have stats like Dak Prescott right now?
Good question.
Because Dak's doing the exact same thing. He's still throwing it, but they're running it, and they're dominating running it. Javonte's number 2 in the league in rushing as of right now.
Incredible. To only Jonathan Taylor, and they're averaging the same amount of yards per carry.
And Dak is still getting his yards. Over 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's not Bo Nix stats.
No.
He's struggling.
Yep.
And Sean continues to put it out there, put Bo in bad situations, or just say, hey, you know what? Like, you're going to get over this hump, and I'm going to force it.
And it's crazy. And I don't want to come across like sounding ungrateful. The Broncos are 5-2, but we know there's a lot of context. And if they don't, it's not sustainable. The players themselves are saying it. It shouldn't make sense that the Denver Broncos have a top 6 rushing attack, have a top 3 attack when it comes to explosive runs of 10 yards or more, 26 in 7 games, and you have one of the league's best defenses, and your quarterback is 4th in attempts, and he's struggling while doing it. It shouldn't make sense.
Run the ball. Run the ball. Simple as that. Set up the pass, take pressure off of Bo Nix. That's the game plan.
All right, we'll see if they do it. If you want to react to that conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Hey, real quick, Mr. Phillip Lindsay, the fan flyway is back. All right, thanks to 303-LAW-4040. This time we're sending one lucky listener and a friend to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. You get 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale. Round trip airfare for 2 from Denver. 2 nights hotel stay and $500. For more information and to register, head to thefanflyway.com. If you entered one of our previous Flyway contests, you're already registered for this one. Once you sign up for one Flyway, you're entered into all future Flyaways. We can get to some of your reaction on the RamosLaw.com text line. Also, after a week off, Deion Sanders and the Buffs go into a house of horrors, and it sounds like they might be undermanned while they do it. Details next.
Is Sean Payton ignoring one of his best weapons on offense?
Your run game is a huge part of why you get down to the 2-yard line and you are throwing the ball in consecutive sequences. It's unhealthy. You're at the 2. Your running back is averaging 6 yards a carry.
Hey, preach.
Do not put an agenda over the team.
Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
What's going on, guys? Phillip Lindsay here, and I want to tell you about my new obsession, and that's with Daisy's French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is relaxing, sitting back, eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching any big-time game. And now that Daisy's has come out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip, along with a Daisy Ranch Dip, guys, these are definitely game changers that you're not going to want to miss out on. They're as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you can find in your own kitchen. So if you want to be blown away like I was, then you need to give Daisy's French Onion Dip a try today. You can find Daisy's French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
At Berg Simpson, we are passionate about what we do. We bring that passion and our expertise to the office and courtroom every single day. We're always working hard and are committed to doing everything we can to give our clients the best opportunity to have a great result.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
Hey guys, your boy Steve here today by my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T, because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve.
Announcing Williams Jewelers' annual Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show, October 23rd through 25th.
Come shop millions in estate, antique, pre-owned jewelry, and engagement rings that are precious, rare, and truly collectible.
Art Deco and Art Nouveau pieces, including signed Cartier, Van Cleef, Tiffany, David Webb, and many more.
If you're a jewelry collector, you just don't want to miss it.
Many of these finely crafted treasures could not be duplicated today. Most are handcrafted and one of a kind.
Williams Jewelers' annual Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show. 3 big days only, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, October 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
We're in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit.
Williams Jewelers' Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show.
It's Denver's estate jewelry event of the year.
Don't miss it.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, where Colorado shines.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, Stokely here, and let me tell you, fall golf is the best golf Colorado has to offer, and it's not too late to get fully dialed in for the last few months of the season. At Embers Golf in Westminster, they're not just selling golf clubs, they're crafting a journey for golf lovers like you. It's a boutique-style shop, family-owned, with 2 hitting bays, all the major brands, and fully upgraded custom shafts. Come in for a full bag fitting. Trust me, there's nothing else like it around. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we were just talking about the Broncos-Dallas game. And man, oh man, oh man, a lot of reaction. And
What happened?
I mean, some people are absolutely agreeing with us, and someone says, I've been coaching high school football for 20 years, and coaches like Sean Payton are known as big bleep coaches, starts with a D, unwilling to change. I'll prove it to you/them. I'm a better coach doing it my way, not taking what the defense gives them, changing their game plan, creating an offense/defense that fits their players, using the data. Look at Kyle Shanahan and how he adapts. Yeah, look, Sean's got to do a better job. I don't know anyone who that I take very seriously that does this job that wouldn't say Sean Payton needs to do a better job.
Yeah.
It's not all on Sean Payton. Bo Nix has had his shortcomings. There's execution stuff. Yeah, some of those screens, if the block is right, it's going to go but that's football. Sean's got to do a better job with his game day operation.
That's it. Sean needs to find some type of rhythm. Get the first down, and then go from there. But in order to do that, you have to be balanced. Like going out there against the Giants in the first 3 plays of the game are all passes, and you put yourself in a 3rd and long, you're not helping the defense out that went through that long drive, but also you're not helping your offense get in any type of rhythm. And I think that you're at home again. And if you go through another series where you get the ball first and you go 3 and out, you're going to hear a bunch of boos already. And you don't want to have that negative atmosphere when the game just starts.
Right.
So mix up your plays. I won't be surprised if Sean goes out there with a run play first. That's fine. Go with a run. Maybe go with another run. But then that next play, let's do play action. Get Bo Nix running a little bit. Get him out in the open where it's like if the play's not there, run it for the first down.
Yeah.
Like make it easier for your offense to get into some type of rhythm. But also for Sean, it's like you do have to adjust, adapt. And then for Bo, you can't have him as many bat downs. 5 bat downs?
That's crazy.
You can't get any type of rhythm when your quarterback's not getting the ball over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Russell Wilson used to do that, and the fan base would lose their mind over it. So let's keep some of that same energy if this continues to be a theme. By the way, let me just get this off my chest. I've had it in my head, and I haven't said it. And 2 weeks ago on the broadcast against the Jets, the TV crew, they meet with the coaches beforehand in these production meetings. Yep.
Get all the information.
Yeah. They said, and maybe some of our listeners will remember this. They said, we talked to Davis Webb before the game, and he says that Bo Nix is the best thrower on the run in the entire NFL. And I'm just like, can we stop just doing the shot calling stuff with Bo? Can we just let Bo try to play well for a full game before we're calling him top 4, top 5 in the next 2 years? He's the best thrower. Wait, hold on a second. Bo Nix is the best in the NFL? It's not Josh Allen? It's not Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
It's not Joe Burrow? It's not Lamar Jackson? Are we sure? I've seen Aaron Rodgers do it at a high level for a really long time too. But it's Bo who's the best in the entire NFL throwing on the run. Come on, let's let this thing organically unfold.
And they're trying to have his back. And his
I got it.
That's his boy. But I'm with you on that. At some point, it's just like, hey, go out there and show the world.
That's right.
Go out there and show everybody why you're the best. All right, nobody thought that Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes.
No.
And then he went out there over and over and over and made the same plays. Josh Allen's the same way, and this is how you truly become. Although I believe Bo Nix is our franchise quarterback, in order to be the franchise quarterback, you're the same person every single game. You have a chance. We have a chance with Bo, but Bo, go out there and show us. Go out there and make those plays. Even if there's a play that's bad and Sean calls a bad play, all right, do something with it. Do something with it. And how do you do it? Uncle Colin was onto something. Utilize your legs a little bit more.
Yeah.
Colin Cowherd said it earlier that he needs to use his legs and all that, and I know some of the
But we've been asking for that too.
We have. And so, specifically you have. And so for Bo, use those legs. When things get all messed up and nobody's open, use your legs. Get that first down. Keep your offense on the field. Get into some type of rhythm, and that's how you do it, man. If you do that, you'll score. But once you get to that red zone or the goal line, let's run the ball if it's there at least once or twice, knowing that you may be 4 down territory where you're going to go for it.
Sure.
Give the running back an opportunity to have his success.
All right, your Buffs this weekend. They're going into a haunted house, all right, in a spooky matchup in Salt Lake City. Rice-Eccles Stadium. The Utah Utes.
I ain't afraid no ghost.
Well, the Buffs' last road win at Utah, you were in high school. It was the fall of 2011. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Since 2011, Utah has dominated the series. They've played 14 times. The Utes are 11-3 against the Buffs, but the Buffs beat this team a year ago. Prior to that, Utah had won 7 straight. So the Buffs are trying to beat Utah in back-to-back games for the first time since the late 1950s.
If they're going to do it, Zach, it's going to have to be a team effort. Because over there in Utah, it's a hostile environment. It's a smaller stadium, but it's bowl-shaped, so it gets really loud. And Whittingham's going to have a great game plan. His teams are always disciplined, fundamentally sound, but they play hard. They're going to play till the whistle. They're going to come up with a couple big-time plays throughout that game. Can Colorado do the exact same thing? Can Caden Salter, if he's the starter, which he should be, but there's things going out about some key players that may not be out there if you want to.
Yeah, so Dion said earlier today, or we found out earlier today, I think he said it earlier today, is that, man, when we had our bye, we wanted our players back in Boulder by Sunday, and there were some players who didn't. So he said, this weekend, he said there will be consequences for those players. So this weekend, when you look out there and you don't see someone, that's why. And I was like, whoa. So is that the first series? Is that the first quarter? Is that the first half? Could it be the whole game? Like, how serious does Dion want to take this? And at what detriment to the Buffs?
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, if he's saying this to us, the media, he's warning us that, hey, just to let you guys know, there's going to be a player or two that should be out there as a starter that's not out there. So hopefully it is not the quarterback. Hopefully it's not our starting receiver, Amarion Miller, or Joseph Williams. Like, hopefully it's not those guys that have been here that are a little older that we need if we're going to beat the Utes. So that's something to like keep an eye on throughout this time, or tomorrow going into this game, Saturday, is who's not going to be available and how long. Is it the whole game? Or is it a quarter? Is it a series? You said if you were Coach Prime, you would give these kids that are not listening maybe a series.
Yeah, I'd maybe set them for the first series, but you got to try to salvage your season still.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, but at the same time, you want to stand for something. You don't want the kids to be able to do whatever they want without consequences. So,
like, what's more important as of right now? Like making a stand, letting your players know you're not messing around. Or
what would you do? What would you do?
If I'm Coach Prime and how he always says what he stands for, I'm probably going to send him out for a half.
Okay.
For a half. Like, I need to make this serious, but I need to win this game.
All right. Predictions heading into the busy evening. It's coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Football is back, Broncos country. As you already know, summer is officially over, and that means one thing. It's game time. It's the game days, and that's all that matters. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime of the Buffs, you know you need to get there on time and in style. And speaking of going to the Broncos games, you can get up to 30% off of your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for the entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention that code PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. So what I'm really trying to tell you guys is let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle all the traffic and parking hassles and let them get you to and from the game safely, so you can focus on the important stuff, like watching your team stack those wins and making as many memories as possible with your loved ones and friends. So give Hermes Worldwide a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, you can give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. With just a friendly tip here, I like to remind people that they never want to be gambling that the person that hits them has good insurance. So I want you to take a look at your insurance policies. Check and make sure that you have 2 things. One's called MedPay coverage. You want to make sure you have that. And then also UM/UIM coverage. This will protect you in case you get into an accident and the person that hits you doesn't have good insurance. If you have any questions, just give me a call. 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
The cost of everything is still out of control, and many of us are relying on credit cards to cover essentials. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created a smart equity loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike a HELOC, which can have varied interest rates, the smart equity loan offers a fixed rate. That means one predictable monthly payment, giving you peace of mind. This loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your existing low mortgage rate intact. It only takes 10 minutes to get started with no upfront or hidden fees. Call American Financing today and start saving now at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Final segment here on a Thursday. as we are on the doorstep of a new Denver Nuggets season. We have the Avs going tonight in Carolina. And ahead of a busy weekend, Broncos, Buffs, all in action. And I want to get out ahead of something that I'm almost going to apologize in advance. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. All right. I have a former teammate of mine he's one of my best friends in the whole world. I haven't seen him in years. He's flown into Denver, and I'm going to be golfing at Meadow Hills tomorrow and enjoying the weekend with a dear friend who I just don't get to see much of anymore. I can't believe that statement is true, that I hadn't seen him in years. My best buddy since middle school. But life happens, and so I will not be here.
Let's see the temp for your golf outing. 62 degrees.
And sunny, right? Should be
partly cloudy.
It should be nice. All right. Friend of the show, the scrappy one, the Scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys? You getting the party started tonight, Zach?
Absolutely.
So if you hit me with a Marty Natchez picture, 9:47.
It was like 10:58.
I'll know why.
Oh my gosh, it was late. And then Will's sidekick tonight on Denver Sports Tonight, and Nilo Piro. What up, AP?
What up, MVP?
That feels good.
What up, MVP?
That feels good. Dude, my wife said that when my kids got home yesterday with my wife, my son just talked about it for 45 straight minutes. Just talked about dad. Talked about dad. He thinks I'm a superstar.
Let's
got
go.
the trophy
You are
there.
a superstar.
And it was just so funny. And I came home.
We couldn't do it without his team.
You were walking him down out there, Zach. Look at you.
I'll tell you what. But I walk in through the door last night, and I have my 7-year-old and my 3-year-old. And this is stuff, it's so fleeting. They're chanting, MVP.
Oh, yeah.
MVP.
I love
My
it.
7 and my 3-year-old. It's like, oh my gosh. I love it so much.
You're right. Come on now.
I love it so much.
Preserve
man.
that moment in time.
Yes, exactly.
Because
10
years from now, that's not what they're going to be chanting when you walk in the door.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Predictions heading into a busy night. Phil, we'll start with you. What do you got for the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this lineup. I'm excited to see what David Adelman can do with this lineup. Hopefully we don't go a lot of zone, but who knows? The first game of the year. I'm expecting it to be a little rusty for the Denver Nuggets because of the Warriors. One, you said it earlier, Zach, in the show, where when it comes to the Warriors, Jimmy Butler, he wasn't a part of the team at the beginning of the year. But towards the end, when he was a part of the Warriors, they started to heat up. Now they kind of had that continuity going on. They know each other. They already have a game this year under their belt. I know it's just one. They're going to be ready to go. With that being said, it's Jokic. And Jokic is still here. He's still out for blood. And I have the Nuggets end up beating the Warriors on the road.
All right. AP, what do you got?
Real quick before I get to my prediction, I said this on the Mile High Hoops podcast with our guy Jake Shapiro. Check it out. You guys see Victor Wembanyama last night?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Right.
We spent time on it. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I just, because I'm all in on this Nuggets team, championship or bust and whatnot, but I was watching Wembanyama last night. I'm like, oh, my goodness. They have to win this year.
And that's literally what I said. I said, you watch that in the ascending operation from the coach to the secondary players. I mean, they are building something there in San Antonio. I've never seen that. And I've watched Victor Wembanyama dozens and dozens of times, but that version of him,
yikes.
That is running through people, that is reverse dunking in traffic, that is throwing it on people's heads, that is crossing people up in transition, knocking down threes, fall away jumpers on and ones. Yeah, 3 blocks. They showed a graphic before the game. They said last year he had 170 blocks in 47 games. It's just psychotic. I know you guys are doing Denver Sports Tonight, so don't feel the need to give your prediction right now. I'll say, I'll give you a couple things. One, bold prediction for the season. Jamal Murray makes his first All-Star game. I have been so critical of Jamal Murray, but it looks like he's 20 pounds lighter before the season starts than he was at the end of an NBA season, which should be impossible. I like actions over words. It looks like he's put some actions, to play here, and so I'll go him making his first All-Star game and the Denver Nuggets losing tonight.
Okay.
Losing tonight. I don't like it that it's Golden State's second game, and they're more adjusted after major changes than the Denver Nuggets are. We're incorporating a new starter, 4 different rotational players on the road. So for all those reasons, I'll have them dropping tonight. But fret not. Denver Nuggets are winning the NBA championship this year. They're winning the NBA championship this year. And if I believe in Jamal, and we already know what we're getting with Jokic, and veterans all around these players, the IQ of this team should be amongst the smartest in the NBA. I'm making a bit of a bet on David Adelman, but I'll go with the Denver Nuggets losing tonight, winning the NBA championship, and Jamal Murray making his first All-Star game. That'll do it for me.
Yeah. Go have fun. Enjoy yourself.
I'm going to go do that.
Hold it down.
You hold it down. Anilo, Will, Denver Sports tonight with a little maybe accent to Dante. All right, little sugar. Little sugar and spice on it. It's Denver Sports tonight coming up next.
You'll never find. Two Bo Nix and the Broncos learn something about themselves with a win over the Giants.
Bo Nix is clutch. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And this team is going to know that when they're down, they're never out. After 2 fourth-quarter, 14-plus point comebacks, this team's going to feel like we've always got a chance.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing and video